Seriously? Okay. Hey guys, and welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor episode number 108. We're bad at intros, but it's okay because we're bad at everything else. Um, with that, our friendly neighborhood bard will go ahead and let us know what we did last week.
We got a hype train going. Thanks, guys, for the hype train. Appreciate
Who did
it.
it?
That
Who
was our
wanted the
players.
badge? Who wanted the badge?
Beelan got the badge. Congrats,
I did.
Beelan.
Beelan's got a little
Big
conductor.
hero.
Okay, so yeah, last time in episode 107, a bunch of shit happened. I have 4 paragraphs of very tiny print, and I will try to speed through it quickly without being excessive. So, the masquerade happened. Orin invited Caldera for a date. They had a good time, seemed to be going well. Mitnir wandered around, went to the bar. Grimm stuck his head into his own school's little cubbyhole that they had and immediately got high off of the fumes and went on a trip to find God or fight God. Some kind of epic...
Find God. I was
Find
almost...
God.
We don't know what his objective was when he got there.
Fighting his way to God.
We just knew he was on the path.
But while he was tripping, he met the green lady who gave him his tentacles, the mysterious green lady that seems to have some kind of connection with the book that Greed started the campaign with.
And the tree and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She, Oh, I have notes about what she specifically said, and I thought I knew where they were, but... Oh, yeah, so she said, she wants all to be one. She's the mother of the children, and Bruna is a plan, but they're not her children. She's in pieces. It's unclear if Enveruna has a part of her. She wants Grimm to find her. She's alone in nothing, unbound. We restored Grimm, unfortunately, before he could finish the conversation so that he could do group stuff with us. So we don't know how that would have gone, but that's what we got out of it. Meanwhile, I met with Cleary, and he was like, hey, Enveruna has a really creepy, weird room here where people are like going in and not coming back out again. And I was like, I guess we should investigate that. They probably won't do anything too drastic in front of all these people, but like, let's go check it out. And he's like, cool. And we hatched a plan to like have a couple of the group members follow us in after 15 minutes if we weren't back yet. But Mitnir was like, screw that. I'm coming in right behind you guys. So what happened is Cleary and I went in together, found ourselves in darkness, and it just turned out to be that wasn't Cleary at all. It was one of the bad Enveruna guys in disguise, and I was trapped in the darkness alone. And so was Mitnir, who came in behind me. So,
to catch everybody up, I already did a small mini session with Seti, so she already knows what's going on with her. But we still need to take care of Mitnir. So, Mitnir, you entered 2 minutes after Seti did. Thinking that you could catch up to her, you run in through the darkness, look around, can't see, smell, taste, touch, nothing. All you can hear is your own heartbeat, and all you can see is darkness. And then suddenly, there's an echo all around you. As if you've spoken, and it's echoing back, and yet you haven't. And then you recognize that your own thoughts are sort of echoing around inside yourself. And then for a moment, you're thinking and you start seeing images appearing in the darkness. Lights popping like thunder and mist in the distance. As it strikes, you see yourself swinging an axe for the first time. Cleaving wood as you trained in the village, the tribe. You remembered stories by the campfire, struck in the distance, and as the lightning sort of strikes in that area, you see just the mist of yourself growing. Misty form, distant images flashing. Your first fight. You, for the first time, engaging with the opposite sex and feeling really awkward and confused. And then just headbutting the situation like you always do. You find yourself leaving the tribe, everything that transpired. You start seeing these images becoming more dense, more spread out around you, to the point where you see hundreds of pockets of your own memories overlapping into each other, three-dimensional projections in the mist. You watch your life, and as you begin to stroll, it speeds up. As you move towards something, it doesn't get closer, but time accelerates. What would you like to do?
How, recent in time am I seeing right now?
You are seeing the first, where you first set out from your tribe.
We'll move forward, see if we can just speed things up.
You begin walking and passing through a sort of block of time that was rough. And then time when you found your way into a small traveling caravan and arrived on the Devil's Spine, where you fell, where you entered into a servitude of small frog-like creatures. You ran to a scary goat monster in the woods. Mist surrounding you, T-Rexes, a strange misty wall, rainbow light, and then entering into a new world. Everything you've done since the beginning. You've seen the tree for the first time, watching your friends and comrades fight tooth and nail. Some of them die, and yet come back. Strange things start taking root all around you. You meet something inside yourself. You absorb a fracture for the first time. You see the highlights of your entire adventure from beginning to end. You see it all as if it happened yesterday and it is happening right now. Reliving it. Connecting you to everything you might have missed. You feel like you're remembering your whole life as if it's a movie. And you don't know how long you're here. But as you step through and you find yourself reaching recent events, is there anything you would like to do?
Just kind of mumbles like, okay, I get it. You have a better memory than me. Does anything else stand out about the memories, or is it just literally like start to finish memories?
It's start to finish memories. They're all playing, and they're playing. Some of them are like happening at the same time. They're spread out. They're happening more than just one memory at a time. It's more than you yourself can even digest. It's like there's 6 different scenes playing out at once.
He's gonna try and think about like all the different meals he's had during this.
It
just
skips.
Food.
Suddenly there's a stutter and a skip. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Gonna overload the system.
That is a 16.
The 16, you watch as food starts popping up in all of these scenes, and it switches to you eating and nomming and munching and nomming and grabbing and biting, and you and Oren just like taking 2 legs of meat, like anime style meat legs, and just cheersing them together and then biting deep. Start thinking about the times you've drank and gotten drunk, and then the whole room starts spinning, and there's 6 spinning things, like images going on, and you collapsing in all of them.
This is better.
You remember yourself in the Grung village dumping alcohol over your body. It replays over and over and over again. And then suddenly you find yourself moving back to more recent events as you continue moving down the hallway. And we find ourselves checking back into you here at this event, partaking in alcohol, watching your comrades succeed, fail. Moving around, you going to underneath inside of this cavern where there's a mystery and some sort of serpent and a shield that your friend now has. And then you see the obelisk. And the obelisk sort of pops up and comes into focus. Is there anything you would like to do?
I'm gonna try and like slow down time just when the obelisk is there. Like see if I can pause it just there. Like walk backwards, I guess.
Throw.
Oof, that's a 6.
6. You attempt to do so, And it doesn't slow down, but it does become more focused as you are focusing on it as well. And you begin hearing your friends talking about it like, should we mess with it? But I'm not entirely sure. I think it's probably okay to mess with it. You hear Cleary talking and having the discussion with Seti and the conversation you have just playing over, and you find yourself sort of encompassed within the space as if it becomes more real all around you, and you can almost interact with it.
Guess I'm gonna try and walk towards that particular memory.
Yeah, you find yourself completely in it right now, and you're stepping into your own shoes, and you're watching this memory and living it.
I'm gonna go. Mm-hmm. Trying to remember where people were during this. Didn't Orin have funnel cake when we were doing this conversation?
Never ends.
If you were in the mystery place, yeah.
So you cut over to the funnel cake? Is that what you try to do?
Trying to think of like where Orin was. I'm trying to like picture individuals while.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to identify like, is this right or is it like altered? Does it match my memory? You know?
Yeah, it seems perfect to your memory. Nothing seems amiss except for the fact that you are very particularly in this memory, focusing on everybody's reaction and you guys talking. And then Cleary mentioned, we should probably ask the council just to be sure whether or not we should investigate it. And it's like, there's no way they would do anything super dangerous here with it. And the whole memory plays out to your fruition, and then you guys begin to move forward from there.
I'm gonna go look at and do a different portion, like try and walk up to the crystal, I guess, inside the memory.
All right, so you walk up to the crystal in memory.
Is it like any reaction to it? Like I want it to just like trying to like look into it, kind of,
Make me a wisdom saving throw again.
21.
21. You find yourself inching towards it and around it, and you feel an echo happening as you move towards it because, like, strangely, it feels unreal. The closer you move towards it, it begins to, like, shimmer and shake. You can observe it, but you realize that moving any more past what wasn't the memory as you're interacting with this memory will cause it to break because you never got any closer.
The memory, like, I think the memory will break?
Like, the memory can't be altered.
Gotcha. I'm going to walk through. I'm just going to push beyond where the memory went.
So as you push through it, you watch as it just becomes mist and all around you, and you see memories beginning to pick back up chronologically where you left off. Is there anything you would like to do?
Man, I guess start continuing along again, but oh man, I don't know. I don't know that Mitnir would know other than to keep walking.
Are there any memories that you want to like not see? Are there any memories you want to specifically see?
I think he would try and block, like, at least generally to try not to think about like more of the frivolous stuff, right? He liked the food, he likes the drink, he like all the parties.
So he's specifically trying to make the sillier things pop up in his memory.
Like the good memories that aren't like informative, just the like fun stuff that he always likes.
All right, make me a wisdom check with proficiency.
Saving throw or just check?
Wisdom check with proficiency.
Check. Okay. That is a 13.
A 13. You sort of pull through it and you watch the whole thing, but mostly the conversation picks up and the fun things that you're seeing, and it plays through everything that you've That's happened very recently up until this moment. Like we see, like, you working on your different designs, but then the fun hammer that you made. We see you dancing here at the party, seeing your friend. We skip over some of the more menial, non-important conversations. And your mind does keep it relatively askew. However, every now and again, you do see a memory pop up where you're having a private conversation, or you're having discussions with the whole group about plans that you're making. And these seem to pop up in the background, not near you, but you see that they're happening and playing out. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Does this feel like when Erasma or whatever was poking around in our heads?
It's different. It's very different. It feels like the whole world around you is your memories, and that you can sort through them and seek through them, but some of them are just kind of popping up on their own.
I think if the other stuff's starting to pop through, he's just going to picture the dragon from his dream.
Oh, okay.
And just that, like, just focusing on just that dragon.
So suddenly, as this thing's moving along and you see these memories begin to pop up, you see something step and shake the memories. And you feel shaking again as you see a claw enter into the frame of the mist on all of them. And then suddenly you feel like the swooping electric charge as this thing rips through the reality of the space. And you see, like, almost just encompassing your entire vision, your own memory of the first time you saw him. Just the magnificence of this creature lurking in the darkness, too large to be any dragon that you could have witnessed, and yet somehow familiar. And it fills the space. And then, as you're walking, and you see this dragon, you see something else lurking behind it. You see one head slink up, looking at you in the darkness. You can't quite make it out, but you see a pair of eyes. Then another. Then another. And another. 7 sets of eyes in the darkness peering through. Strange scents begin to hit you. Something stings all of your senses. Suddenly there's a light, an open rift in front of you. What would you like to do?
Gonna head for the light, but he's definitely got, like, one hand, like, back on the sword, just, like, ready in case any of those eyes get close.
You see the eyes are beginning to, like, move and come, and you hear, like, a thumping sound, and then suddenly you hear the sound of gnashing and scraping in the darkness. You don't see anything behind you, but it gets loud. And you feel pressure, and then suddenly, as if a burst of wind happened just behind you, like a tornado picked you up and chucked you. You find yourself launched through this door of light. And as you do, you stumble out. Music all around you. You hear the sound, once again, of the masquerade. And you see a bunch of other people going, like people sitting on the store crying, I saw my grandmother again. I haven't seen her in so long. And I got to see her right before the angel heard her words. I didn't hear the first time she said that I was a good, happy boy.
Puts the sword back away now. Like, kind of like, oh.
And you see, like, people are like, there's like people who are just like staring off into the distance, and some people like contemplating, and like a person is like vigorously writing in a journal. Another person you see is just laughing hysterically. And then you see Seti wanders out. Seti, this is where your door has opened for you.
Mm-hmm.
As you step out, you see Mitnir.
Kind of stared at the crowd, just like,
Same.
Did they pop out into the hallway that I was watching?
No.
No? Okay.
Suddenly, you guys that are investigating, you see Cleary is frantically running down the hallway. Seti, you see Cleary run down the hallway, looking around, and immediately you see him like bolting towards the exit.
What? I'll run after him.
Okay, so you chase him down as fast as you can. You're a lot faster than Cleary, so you easily overtake him. Cleary's running, and he's just like trying to get. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Oh my god! And you see him just like dancing around everybody. They're like, "You're not wearing a mask," and he's like, "Shit." Covers his face with his hand and like starts running through, and then you catch up to him, Cleary, as he's trying to run through the crowd.
I'll just get in front of him, like, wait. Is it really
City.
you?
Oh my god, City. Yes, it's me. Oh my god, are you okay? They said that they had you.
Are you okay? I thought they had you, because it wasn't you before. It was some other guy.
But we literally just saw you disappear, right? Right? At this point, Orin, what are you doing?
I'm still with Caldera. We were watching The Room in that hallway.
And then everything just disappeared. Like it went black, tentacles, and then you see Cleary freaking out and running after he said, "Where's Seti?" And then there's just a bunch of noise happening in the main hall. What would you like to do?
I think we're just going to wait here in case they come back from this room that's now empty.
What would you like to do, Grim and Bropsy? What are you guys up to during all this? Because they picked you up and dragged you out. You're no longer high, but you were loosely involved in this investigation.
So. Well, yeah, I mean, I just dispelled the thing, right? Which sent the thing running. Grim's highest priority right now would be to go. What time is it in the game?
This is happening mere minutes, like less than a minute after.
So this is like we're in the evening, dispel. Right?
This is in the evening. I think it's about 10 o'clock, 10:30-ish.
I think we had an.
10 and 10.
You got like an hour. You got half an hour to an hour before you were supposed to appear on stage.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. We're performing. Okay, then I won't, because Grim needs to rest really badly.
Yeah. So by the way, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's just that I have like one spell slot left, and if anything bad happens, Grim is he can't. He's useless. He can't help right now. So yeah.
All right. You're going to try to find a place to just rest?
You got unlimited cantrips. You're fine.
Well, okay. So
there are some other rooms that if you would like to check them out, you might be able to find a good place to get a nice rest in, at least a short rest.
How long would it take to get to the cauldron?
Get to the cauldron from here? Exiting the party, heading out that direction. There's not a lot of people, but they'd still be working the teleporters. So I would say it would take you about half an hour to get there.
Okay, but we're supposed to be on stage in half an hour, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to be on the stage in about. I'm gonna say it's 45 minutes.
Grim will wait. Then he'll like. He has some things left, but he will wait.
Okay.
He just doesn't want to leave himself in a position where if something bad happens, he can't defend himself. But as soon as the thing's over, he's taking a nap. So.
Okay.
He's just gonna follow along and try and help Vanzetti with theory.
Cool.
He didn't get a short rest while he was high.
It wasn't there very long, I don't think.
You were there for like an hour.
You were there for like an hour. I'd say you got your short rest if you want to take some hit dice back or anything like that.
Well, I mean, I'm full health.
Or anything that you might get on a short rest back.
I don't know what I get on a short rest, but let's try it anyway.
Yeah, go ahead and take a short rest. Does anybody have anything they would like to do?
I'd probably follow Seti out once I realized she was running out of
so
that
as
room.
you take that direction and you see her and Cleary are talking to each other intently, and there's a moment where you see them in the distance. They're talking and she's like reassuring him, and he grabs her and he squeezes her tight. And you can just see them standing there, and there's just this moment, and you can see like a tear like just running down his cheek. And he like holds her face in his hand. He says something, you can't hear it.
Is Cleary in his undergarments, by the way?
He is not in his undergarments. No, he is not in his undergarments, but he is wearing what he was wearing earlier today, not the outfit that he was wearing when he took her into the place.
Yeah, because they took his costume or something, right?
Yeah. So Mitnir, you were gone for hours in those memories. It felt like hours.
Yeah, he's
And now
only following
you're
because
here.
he's like Seti and
you don't know
in,
what's
now
going
I see
on.
Cleary. I'm like, well, they both went through this. Like, what the hell just like? He's still confused as to what's going on.
Yeah.
All he knows now is he's coming out of a different door than he went in.
Yeah, it seems like maybe something weird happened. You don't know what's going on. But you see Cleary and Seti like hugging for a moment. And he's like, and Seti, you hear him say, I'm never going to lose you again. I promise.
I think she's crying too. And just, okay. Cleary, I was so worried. I thought they tricked me. I thought they had you. And I thought you were in danger. And
he looks at you and you see tears in his eyes. He's like, no, I ran afoul of their leader and he threatened me, but I'm not sure that they are what I thought they were.
what do you mean?
There's a lot. I thought they were dangerous, and they are obviously dangerous, but I feel like they're toying with the situation in a completely different way than I thought before, and they're either more dangerous or maybe there's a lot to talk about. We should get everyone together.
Yes, I want to know everything. The council, you were at the council. The other one said, I need to know what happened. Let's get everybody together. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have a ring, so if you want to, maybe.
They took mine. So we have to do it the old-fashioned way.
And then you see Mitnir runs up.
Cleary, why'd you take your costume off?
It was a fake Cleary. It wasn't the real Cleary.
I knew it was something they were capable of, but
Mitnir definitely like kind of pokes Cleary, just like.
So what happened? What happened to you? They said you went into the dark, and what happened after that?
Let's get everybody together first. Mitnir, they took my ring. Can you? We shouldn't use it anymore. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, let's get everyone together. Don't use the ring. So we'll go looking for the rest of the group.
Okay, so you guys pretty easily find Grim, who is just like, all right, where is it? And you see he's got like a small Ernie, and small Ernie's just like running around saying in giants, like, where are they? He's got somebody pushed up against a wall. He's like, where? Just saying, where did you take them? But in giant.
Yes, that sounds fair. Yes, Grim would be doing that.
There's a gnome just getting slapped by a hoof in the face. Where are they? I'm gonna find them for my daddy.
I mean, I feel like we wouldn't do that to random people. I feel like we'd probably do that to people we thought like might be in Varuna.
People who are wearing all black.
No, and you can see that. Now you see that Brogy's there, and he's like, "No, Ernie, do not slap the poor gnome person. I am sorry for my friend. All right, Ernie," pulling him back.
Emergency, Brogy. We have to find them.
Yeah, you've already seen like a lot of your other friends are here. You see Celeste shows up, and you guys see her in this just drop dead gorgeous outfit. I mean, it just looks like starlight and sunshine of just gems and lace, and somehow it's not as gaudy as you could picture it in your mind. But you see her brilliant mask sitting there with this beautiful white sort of Venetian mask with the gold wings fluttering off of it, and you see gold wings like feathers just like hovering about her shoulders, and just like light emanating off of her. And she shows up and she says, "What's going on? I just saw you all running around. Is there a problem?"
That's what we're trying to find.
And you guys see, you can see Seti, Cleary, and Mitnir come running in. Bropsy, where are you during all this? Were you just hanging out with Caldera, do you think, or and Orin?
Sure, I don't know. Like,
all right, so I say Caldera and Orin and
you
Broxy come running
chaperoning
up
your
as well.
boy?
And they say,
Trying not
"Oh my
to.
goodness! Oh, what a wonderful trick that was! Are you okay? I watched you all vanish. Everybody got very scared for a moment, but you're here. You're here. It's fine. Oh,
Yeah,
what a
Perhaps
party!"
she immediately hugs Seti the second she sees her again.
yeah, she'll hug back, a little awkwardly, just like she's overwhelmed. Yeah, everything's fine now. Could we all need to talk.
Well, unfortunately, our usual quiet place of conversation is occupied. By my very school, in fact. And I believe there's a performance that needs to be happening. I'm sure we can get backstage to get prepared, and maybe we could talk there.
A performance, I don't know. If maybe somewhere quieter. I'm just... You good there, Gagnor?
Sorry.
Maybe somewhere quieter. You don't think that would be too loud?
Right. I'm sure there are a couple of other rooms here we could go to, or we could just leave the party, I suppose. I'm just wondering if there's anybody's following us. I don't want them to catch us unawares. I think being amongst other people, surrounded by bodies, makes it less likely for them to act if they're going to do something or try to pull something.
Maybe.
We all together at this point?
Everybody's together, plus Celeste.
And Caldera.
Yeah.
And Caldera. And Moira. Or Mora and
Brogy.
Brogy and Ernie.
What if we just go outside? Find a little secluded
fair
spot.
enough. We can step out for sure. So you guys, which way do you want to head? Do you want to head past the halls into the back, like see if like there's a back alley behind the school? Do you want to go out the west, east, or the south exit? Like which exit? There's exit in 4 directions.
I think south one led out to the fountain and everything, right?
The main lawn.
Surrounded the fountain. Yeah, the main lawn.
Yeah, should be a lot of space out there. I think we'll go that way.
All right, cool. So you guys begin heading your way out, and there's an old man at the door saying, "Oh, I hope you had a lot of fun at the masquerade. I hope nobody fooled you. Ha 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 ha. Have a great night, and remember, use protection." So you guys exit past that awkward old man, and you go outside to the fountain, and find like a little sort of quiet place to just sort of converse. As you do this, you see that there are a couple of interesting things out that were not there before. One, you all see that the monolith of Inveruna is sitting on the lawn, even though everything else was supposed to have been gone. You see that there are 2 or 3 other booths that are out on the lawn right now. A few of which you did not see before and do not recognize. But spread out on these 6 lawns, and this is like, again, like about a half mile across for this whole tower. So there's a lot of lawn in this massive building, but you can see that there are these small, like sort of quasi-lit establishments along this long walk back to where you came from. And you're basically sitting on the light of the masqueraded fountain statues. What would you like to do?
Try and find a secluded area where there's no other people.
Sure. As you guys look up at the sort of artificial sun that is normally there, it is apparently just a moonscape, and you can see like sort of quasi stars sprinkling on the top of the sort of. You got like this Harry Potter vibe of sort of sky up above you, but it's nighttime, and so everything feels very dark, and it's pretty easy to just find a place to just sit out on the lawn if you want to and converse. And and you can see that there are actually other groups of people that are kind of doing the same thing. They've got like a little candlelight, and they're just having a picnic thing. You see a few people getting freaky. It's a time.
So we'll all sit.
The stars are sort of like shooting stars and constellations. It's kind of like a show out here all its own.
Larry, what's going on? Tell me what you meant. What did the council say?
The council said that it was right to do as we pleased, as far as involving the obelisk. They're not worried about it being something incredibly dangerous, but to use caution and obviously do our due diligence. Don't be reckless. It's that simple. But they don't think they would put something in front of the public mass that could do any extreme harm. Much of the hallway, apparently, it's less dangerous than I was led to believe by Peto Talrain, who is the headmaster of Inveruna, who cornered me and led me to believe that, well, all of you were in some kind of danger. He threatened me and told me that my investigation was not only fruitless, but pointless, and whatever my interest in them might be, it will only lead me to discovering things and getting in the way of a plan that, well, was founded before my existence, and he seemed very confident in knowing how long that is. They also seem to be in some sort of cahoots because he did name drop Primus. I don't know what they're into anymore, and I'm inclined to discuss with the council, but I'm not sure it is what we thought it was.
It's a plan.
Well, I mean, what are we going to do about it? What?
Well, I can't speak for the entire group. I know you're all going to do what you want to do anyways. But I say we enjoy the rest of the competition and we leave everyone alone.
But what just happened?
That's what I'd like to know. Would you like to shine a light on that situation?
What happened to you, Mitnir?
I went in one door and came out another.
What happened in between?
That's usually how doors work.
Kind of looks at Grim like, what? I went in, and then there was nothing, and then it was everything about me. Like all the things I've ever done, kind of, sort of.
Like your memories.
Yeah. Except the best ones were when I thought about food. Then it was like getting to see all my meals at the same time. That was pretty nice.
Right.
Yes, I saw a bunch of people reacting hysterically as they appeared there in the hall. It's a strange situation. What about you, Seti? Did you experience the same thing?
I did, but then not you, Guy. He was there first, obviously, took me in, and took my things. The rings probably aren't secure anymore, by the way.
I said he robbed you, and what, did you see memories after that? What happened?
Yeah, like... Sorry, it was really scary. I thought the whole time that they had you, and I kept trying... I knew they were in there, and so I kept trying to find out where you were and if you were safe, and I kept trying to get them to talk to me, and then the little one said it was... I could join them if I wanted. They wanted me to join them. And he told me to think about it.
So you didn't get any offers, did you, Mitya?
Not to join. I thought the thing was going to try to eat me.
Strange.
Before I came out, there was like eyeballs in the dark, and they were coming for me. I mean, if it was a little thing, I would have just, fought it, but it was
big. I didn't see anything like that.
I think it's best for us to, in general, maybe avoid I mean, I think even the obelisk outside. I know what the council said, but I think we leave Inveruna alone in this till this is all done. I don't think we challenge anything. I think we keep a low profile. We try to win for our schools, and we stop the investigation. I think it's the safest thing to do.
I'm not sure if you know this, but us in low profile doesn't really work.
Can I maybe do like an insight check on Cleary to see if he's
It's Cleary.
not
This
that
is also fake Cleary.
not
He's brainwashed.
specifically, but like to
Grim's
see
right
if
there with you, though.
what the undertone of this is. Is he just scared because he thought he lost SETI? Is it like something else?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Grim rolled 1-2. It's a 22 for me.
But even if we
33 bitches.
Even before we were trying to be helping, right? Didn't your dad say that we kept pulling everything's attention to us just because of us being us?
My dad. Right.
We seem to draw a lot of attention to ourselves, no matter what we do. Also, if we can locate that ring and maybe lay a beat down on somebody, anyone able to do that? If they have one of the rings,
that sounds like a Cleary type of deal.
That's not exactly low profile.
So, I think we don't allow people to steal from us. When has that ever been a thing? Remember when Hands stole from us? We hunted Hands down.
Oh yeah.
I don't have it, but I can learn locate object.
We could send Destrin to go spy. See if she can
so
figure
did
it
you
out.
also make an insight check on Cleary?
Who?
Grim? Me did?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a 22.
22?
You know, a normal people roll that isn't. Isn't College of Eloquence hard?
Yeah.
Just broken.
I personal messaged you guys here the results of your investigation. Of your insight.
You know, I have a hard time checking that during stream.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Can Rapsy also do one of that?
She'll
Sure, insight check on Cleary.
She'll
For
just
18.
18. You look at this.
Getting our own online whispers.
Yep, that's exactly right.
I think SETI will just take his hand very gently. And say, "You're right. I think we all had a really big scare tonight."
Yes.
And I'm so sorry.
No, you've done absolutely nothing wrong. It was my fault. I should have been here on time. I knew this event was going on.
I
had other things to deal with, and I was cornered. It is not any of your fault. But I think we've poked the beast. And I, for one, am frightened.
Oh, Emily.
I think if you guys want to make a show of going back and enjoying the party, you can. Or we could just retire for the night, do our duties, just lay as low as possible. That's my vote. But again, you're new death. You're going to do what you want to do. And I just hope that we can do it together and be on the same page this time, because I am legitimately worried. I'm not sure what they're up to anymore.
Is it possible that they're Grim? I don't know much about Farplane and all of their crazy people, but we've already met a second one from there. Is it possible in Varuna is with a third one that does not like Northot?
Maybe.
Maybe they
Entirely
don't
possible.
want existence to end.
I will say this: in my meeting with Peto Talrain, I could not sense any energy about him at all. He was the most plain, mundane human being I had ever felt the presence of. And I've never met a human being that felt so nothing before. Not in Selindor. Not where energy is poured out of every gate, every opening, every crack of reality. I have never seen someone so devoid of energy before.
But
He
what
was
does that
nothing.
mean?
I don't know, but honestly, it was strange. It was just as strange as anything else. He could have just as easily been typing out full-on far realm juju, and it would have been the same result of the way it made me feel.
Well, how sensitive are you to these energies? Could you find anyone else like him or anything
I'm
else?
not exactly capable of like scenting them out, but you know when you're in the presence of something unnatural. And he was too natural to be natural.
Right.
That's his first mistake. That's a bad disguise. You'd think, right?
Well,
look how normal I am, everybody.
If you're lacking in insight, maybe you wouldn't be able to pick up on it, I suppose. But
oh, Grim, have this ambrosia drink. It'll give you back some of your spell power.
What does it do that? Oh, that'd be great.
Returns 1d4 spells levels or key points. So you roll a d4, right?
Yep.
And then
you can add that many spell slots.
Yep.
Or
that many levels
worth of spell slots.
Well, I did the worst I could do.
You're the one. You get a first level spell slot back.
We restored that good berry I used.
There you go. There's a spell slot.
I can good berry all over again.
So you taste what is effectively the best drink you've ever had in your life, and you feel a bit of magic return to you.
It's not nothing.
That's it?
Where's mine?
I mean, that was like 500 gold for that, I think.
That the problem.
You just looks at you expectingly.
Has Midner he's been without all of his spells this entire time?
I'm afraid that drink wouldn't do anything for you, Mitnir.
How do you know? Maybe Mitnir is a wizard. We just don't know because he's not got any spell slots.
Plus, I don't. After buying that apple, I don't have enough funds for that many.
Maybe Mitnir's a sorcerer with sleep apnea, and he never gets the benefits of a full rest.
But it is. What it is. He's a legendary sorcerer.
All right, I think everyone should give me their rings right now. We're not going to be using them. I'm going to dispose of them and make new ones.
Cleary doesn't have a ring, so he doesn't have anything to hand over to you, and neither does Seti because hers was stolen. But everybody else hands over their ring?
Yeah.
All right, so you have a pile of platinum rings in your hand.
Yep. I'm going to destroy these and make
into one of them to throw them off. We could try and mislead them.
We could try to do that. Listening. Who's Seti? You're the best liar here.
Oh God. I mean, sure. What do you want me to say?
They have Seti's ring. That's going to be really suspicious.
Yeah.
Well, we could share.
I mean.
Oh shit! Yes, that wouldn't work at all.
Well, it would work. Here. Give me one.
Guys, I am frazzled. It has been a night.
I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to destroy these and make new ones.
But you have a way to contact them without them knowing that you know that they know. Well, I guess they might know that we know that they know.
I mean, they let me go, so yeah, probably.
If the person that took it's even wearing it, they could have just stashed it away.
Maybe if you mention the Blue Man Group, they might listen and somebody might stop by and come watch us, and then we can watch for them.
But you said they wanted to give you an invitation, and everyone else, did they keep anybody?
What do you mean?
Well, did everyone else fall out into the other room that went in?
We should probably go in and investigate. If somebody's missing, that means other people could be missing. I expected that whenever Grim dispelled the magic, it displaced everyone, but they arrived. But it seems like a whole lot was happening there. So if anybody is missing, that is something to be concerned about. So we should investigate that. I'm embarrassed that I didn't think of that sooner. Whose idea was that? Was that Mitnir's idea?
Mitnir just gets kind of red in the cheek, like, what?
Thought me? No.
He's just like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Mitnir thought of it before I did. And he's like, oh my God. And he gets up and he starts heading inside.
Orin just leans over to Caldera and is like, yes, this is usually how it goes.
Did I do something wrong?
Oh, I forgot they were all there. And she's like, oh, this is truly fascinating. I love watching your group work. You basically let the neurotic one talk a whole bunch, and then he storms off, and then you make the real plan, I presume?
Yeah, most of the time. You gotta let that one spin out sometimes. He can go on for a while.
Indubitably so. Well, I'm glad that you all seem all right. What a strange event this all is, says Celeste, who's just there on the lawn with you. Like, I didn't really know why you were rushing out, but I came, and wow. Just wow. So, you're all involved with that creepy school in Verona?
We're not involved with them. Not serious. We're not like...
I think we're more curious what they're involved in.
We were investigating them.
I will say that is the sort of thing that does happen to every new student. They all get interested, and in Verona, I did a bit of a fair bit of investigating myself. I'm the first person to have found out that their mascot was a tree.
Well,
like, what kind of tree?
I believe that their mascot is the tree of Selindor.
That's bad.
That's not good, yeah.
That fits.
Oh.
The theme, I should say.
Everyone always thought it was tentacles, but I noticed there were no suckers on there, were there? No suckers on the tentacles. But on closer observation, you do see that they pattern the same root system that outlies within the statue. And she points over the statue. You guys can see what looked like tentacles, and like you can see them kind of like moving. But then you think about it, and they do look a lot like the roots of Selindor, just moving throughout the.
You haven't seen the real tree, though, have you?
The tree of Selindor? Of course I have.
The tree behind the tree.
I don't spend all my time in the halls of erudition. I do spend time outside. Caldera's like, I, on the other hand, do not see it very often, but I do see it every now and again. It's a bit distant, but it's always on the horizon, like a mushroom cloud.
Now Grim is confused.
A mushroom cloud.
Because Lady...
like Grim's picturing an actual cloud that's mushroom-shaped.
The lady has something to do with the tree. But in Verona is not her children, but in Verona, symbol is the tree. Does not make sense.
What lady are you talking about? Perhaps I can help. I am well knowledged. The green lady?
She is...
Do you mean
what?
Lady Titonia? Star Mother. Now we're on the right track.
She is...
Oh, that's not her dad. Somebody's got her character sheet. Well, somebody who has Celeste's character sheet, please roll a history check for me to see if Celeste knows anything about the Star Mother.
She is seed, mother, star, god. She's not from this plane. Has very similar energy.
I could do it.
Oh, I thought you were. You looked like you were pulling up a window.
Okay, I can do it.
What are you looking for?
What was I rolling? Sorry?
History
check for Celeste.
Ooh, +9.
Look at
17.
17? She says, fortunately, I've heard nothing of a Star Mother. Well, not specifically. They're Star Spawners.
She's in pieces, if that helps.
Not particularly. But it does. I do know that really the name is pertaining to the far plane, which is the outer plane of existence, the mystery beyond all of realm space. So yes, I'm aware of that. Certainly in my studies I've come across it. She says, aren't you a learned one? Hey, Owen, I like this one.
Oh, no, you don't. It's okay. But anyway, we and her are friends. We talked a little while ago. She wants
I like that you associate yourself with smart women, which is what she says to you. 46 points.
Right. So What do we do now? We're gonna just go perform? What are we doing? And me and Ernie dancing?
You see, Cleary's gone. He's already out counting, canvassing the entire party to see if everybody who went missing was found. So it's up to you guys what
Just
you'd
keep
like to
our
do.
ears open and listen while we perform. Scan the crowd.
I mean, we can do whatever y'all want. I don't know if I have it in me.
Well, it's gonna be suspicious if we don't show up, especially since people know that the Blue Man Group is coming, and they kind of like us for whatever reason.
Yeah.
If we don't show up, that's going to be suspicious.
I'm sorry, you're the Blue Man Group?
Hi.
Yes.
Aren't you missing the Blue Man? One of your Blue Men?
He's not the one of the Blue Men.
I'm sorry.
A Blue Man.
Even I have heard of the Blue Man Group, says Celeste. But I don't... You're all not quite all that blue.
Mitnir takes off his mask and kind of like...
Grim is blue?
I noticed that you were blue and you were blue. That's two. Your pig
he
is
was
blue.
the blue man. We were the group. It morphed. Doesn't even matter right now.
Listen, we can make everybody blue. It's fine. You just need some, like, paint or
if
something.
People are actually missing. Don't we have a duty to help them?
We don't all go on stage. Just some of us are behind the scenes.
I mean, Cleary will let us know if we need to help count. I don't know everybody who's supposed to be here.
Yeah, it's not like anyone took a list of who entered that room.
I know, but I don't like not doing something.
You just have to listen. If you go and make a big deal about it, you're not gonna find anything else. You gotta just listen for the people who are like whining in the corner, like, "Oh no, my friend is gone." Then you go talk to those people. It's easy.
I don't like not doing anything either. Did anybody...
We could try to open the crystal.
If you got Farplane goo, you gotta use Farplane stuff to open that. I don't know how though. Maybe like Oren could go like hug it or something. See what happens. That'd be funny.
I could touch it and see what it does.
Or like the world could end, I guess, but I couldn't make it out. I don't know enough about that kind of magic.
There's not too many people out here, right?
No, it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty sparse. I mean, there's most people that are out here are sort of indulging in each other, or just like staring up at the sky. You can see some people eating some of the random foods that could be bought. Again, you see a couple of these random stalls out at night, like as if they're like some sort of secret stalls on the lawns. That they're never there during not this event. There's some shit going on.
It's drugs.
So, did I tell you guys what happened when I touched the obelisk?
I think you told us.
You saw the reflection of your tentacles. That's all you saw.
They knew that, yeah. I knew that. But the only thing that would reflect is Grimm's tentacles, and they are Farplane. So, but I can't figure out what that means and how to do it from there. What to do from there. But you could see if there's maybe a person inside there. There could be, maybe. Who knows? You came out the door, and when in the door came out another door, maybe they're in the obelisk too. I don't know.
So what would you guys like to do? Would you like to investigate, or it's entirely up to you?
We can swing by it, and maybe I'll just touch it, see what happens before we head back in.
Babe, I don't think I did, but did I learn anything in my mini session that would indicate, like, what is a good plan here? Like, he didn't say anything about the monolith, did he? I don't remember. I asked him.
Grimm was close to something, but Grimm was not able to figure it out. I don't know. It's not. I can make it reflect my tentacles, but I can't. From there, I don't know what else to do.
I'm sorry, so are we messing with the scary black mystery thingy?
Okay, just because it's black doesn't mean it's scary, okay? That's just rude.
No, I just assumed it was scary because of the group that was all scary and spooky.
Okay, sorry. I just, you're so the white and the blonde. It's just hard,
No, that wasn't white and blonde. This was red skin and Jasper.
Never mind. I thought it was Celeste.
They sound similar, so having them in the same place at the same time is making things very difficult for people. I know.
That's why you need the little paper hand.
You just need a face of each one.
Yeah. Thank you for filling in the blanks.
It doesn't help that they have very similar voices too.
Yeah, so I'm saying they have like the same voice. I can't help
it. We could do it tomorrow. I just You know,
I mean, it's probably better to do it while nobody's
One's a
out there, right?
princess, one of them's high realm. They both kind of have the same kind of
Yes.
class.
They both
and if
act
we-
like royalty.
Class.
if we
Definitely
wanted
not
to
your
perform, I
attention
had an
seekers.
idea for that one.
For what? The performance?
If when we go to perform, I had an idea this time. Yeah, we could tell the
Right.
story about the Cauldron of Life, and then we could hype up, us, not just
Well,
Blue Man
perhaps
Group.
we should split up then. Some of us go check in with your neurotic blue friend, find out if you need help from us to count. I'm sure, Seti, you can send a message to us, need be, right? Never mind. I'll send a message to you. I'm sure you can
Okay.
respond.
Who's the best with magic? Learning. Oh,
I believe I would like to go with the Obelisk crew, because
Right. Oh, yeah.
I have not investigated it yet, personally.
No.
I don't
No
want-
splitting up. I'm done with splitting up. We can all, as a group, go check in with Clary and then go do something else if we want to do something else. But no splitting up, please.
Clary's just running around counting people. I don't think we have to go check on Clary this second.
Oh, fine. Then if you all want to go together... Oh, I really want to go check out the... strange crystal. I like me a good mystery. Oren, take me to go see a mystery, please. Please?
not just
And she smiles very big.
All right, you all heard the lady. Let's go.
We gotta go now. The princess said we have to. It's time. We gotta go.
We're
I'm
walking.
sorry. I'm still. Did Cleary seem okay to everyone else?
No, he seems fishy as hell.
Seems a
Yeah.
little more timid than usual.
I don't know if he's just scared or if he's got the god in his brain or something.
Wasn't he always scared?
It feels like
Like I said on my arrival, he appears very neurotic. That would be my read on the University of Phoenix boy. Is they not normally
Dispel him.
like that?
Would you like me to try
It's
and
always
dispel him?
neurotic. It's just a different flavor of neurotic.
I
to,
can
It
just
couldn't
tell
hurt.
one more thing.
We could try.
Just touch him, just be like, "Hey, buddy," and just if there's any magics on him, we'll tell. So, oof.
But
Might
if
not
his
be a bad idea.
mind was altered, wouldn't that need some sort of restoration?
maybe.
Well, it depends on if it's a spell or not. Correct?
Does Celeste have greater restoration? Does she have any restoration stuff?
He's a sorcerer, so probably not.
Well, she's like
She
a
is.
light sorcerer, so
She has.
she's got
some-
cleric spells.
She has some cleric stuff, but I don't think she has that. But
No, she's clockwork soul. That's what she is. So she doesn't have.
Greater restoration.
She has lesser restoration. Let's see if she has greater.
I have greater. I would have to cast it.
She
at
does
6th
have
level.
greater restoration.
She has greater restoration.
Yep.
I also
So
have
she
heal
says.
if
So she
that doesn't
says. I actually do have in my back pocket a greater restoration spell I could apply to him if that would be helpful.
Couldn't hurt, just in case.
yeah,
Better to root out anything else. Perhaps it's a double bluff.
what do you mean? That
Well, you said that there was a fake one of Neurotic Boy running around, lured you into the darkness. Perhaps this is also a fake one, and they still have your real one captive somewhere.
that's what I'm worried about.
How do we know all of us are the real one?
Oh,
You have something you'd like to tell us?
Oh, I'm the real one.
Isn't that what the fake
He's
one
the
would
OG.
say?
Well, you have all the real one's stuff, so you gotta be the real one, right?
Rainier, I know this is stupid, but roll a deception check for me.
He's gonna roll stupidly high for some reason. What?
If he rolls low enough, we're gonna think that maybe he
That's a
actually
dirty
isn't.
20.
That's a dirty 20. She rolled really low, and so she starts eyeballing you. And she's just like... And then she's like, right. Well, we should probably go investigate this obelisk together as a group, correct?
I only got a 14 insight on that, so I'm like
She says,
also
and she says,
squinting towards
walk
Mitnir.
with me, fellow bright one. And she walks up to Orin and she takes you by the arm and she goes, I don't trust your dragon friend. I think he might not be who he says he is. She's like, you can't see her eyes because of the mask, but like you can feel them shifting back and forth. Like you don't know what kind of paranoia juice she drank before she came here, but she's like super like eyeballing Mitnir and she's really stiff. And
She likes you, Mitnir.
And you've got
who? Wait, who likes me?
No, not likes you.
Which one not likes me?
The bright lady.
You look and you see one person's got like a flames coming off of her, and the other one's glowing iridescently. And then you see walking on either side. They're both walking on either side of Orin, who is also glowing and resplendent. So you've just got like this like pack of just these glowing, burning, hot girls on either side of Orin.
That really didn't narrow it down much.
She just doesn't like blue people.
Looks at Sed and is like,
Right.
I don't trust her either, by the way. Just to say it,
So he's like, I could be blue too. Oh, shit. Solidarity.
All right, let's go check out this obelisk.
All right, so you all go to the obelisk, and there's not really anybody there. You see somebody like leaving there when you guys get there. There's the placard still there, but there's nobody taking admissions. It's just sitting there. It's just darkness. This little dark crystalline obelisk with no reflections on it. What would you guys like to do?
Okay, well, I'll show them first. I'll be like, hey, look, see what I said?
CSA's tentacles are reflected in it. Interesting. Let's try and see if that's just a method of transformation. Does anybody have... Does Celeste have polymorph?
If she doesn't, Nikita does.
What level is that?
Well, and we both have...
Third?
What do you call it? Two.
Third
wild
level?
shape.
I think so. Might be fourth.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
It's like, can one of you maybe try transforming into an octopus? So we can see if the tentacles are by the nature of his, or if it's all tentacles. We don't know.
I Grim could turn into an octopus. Can you make sure there's some water handy?
But if you turn into an octopus, is it showing your true tentacly self or the octopus tentacly self?
It's true. I could just be being touched by the far plane could be enough to do it, right? But what if I do it without my tentacles? What if it's just like my hand?
You put your hand on?
Yeah.
You don't see anything reflected.
There you go. So regular tentacles, if it's, that should be...
What if I put my hand near it?
As you start to put your hand near it, you see the flesh begins to peel off the reflection of his hand, and you see like fingers that are cascading with like the sort of like strange like shattered glass of rainbow reflected begins pouring off of his hand as he reaches his hand towards it.
Yeah, maybe don't touch that.
He gets close enough for his face to reflect, and you guys see the horns, and you can see his eyes are goat eyes.
What's the sign say again? I'll read it again.
It says, the prize inside to the one who opens it, I believe is what he said.
What if they want Orin to open it? That could be bad. What if it's like there as a present for like Mr. Half Goat Boy?
I don't know if they know about that.
They might. I don't know.
If they're trying to recruit people with the room, maybe this is another recruiting tool.
She goes, "Oh, this is very creepy. You look completely normal. I know you have these strange little horns, but when you were getting very close to this thing, I thought I saw a creepier version of you. I'm not entirely mad at it, but 44 points. 2 points down.
That tracks.
Okay, well, let's figure this out. How do we do this, okay?
What about the rest of us? Like, Mitnir go up close to it, like...
All right, Mitnir, you go up close to it, and it doesn't seem to react. You can't even see a reflection in it.
I'm going to go ahead and just turn into an octopus, just so that we've covered that base.
You turn into an octopus and slap on it, no reflection.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And it'll just turn back.
She's like, this is quite the mystery.
The mystery of Simienne.
And she says, and I'm not... Yeah, this is the mystery of... It's here, finally, guys. The mystery of Selindor. It
So
says
there's
it right
nothing else
there at the
that's
bottom in
mysterious.
big letters. The mystery of Selindor.
I want to try and actually... Can I try and move the obelisk?
Sure, make a strength check.
Yeah, let's make a strength check. I rolled a 3. It didn't even roll. It just hit 3 and slid.
Yeah.
That's a 7. Yeah. I don't think it's going anywhere. Oh wait, Mitnir, you could try. You're much better at this than Grim.
You gonna hit it?
No, I will headbutt it.
All right, make an attack with strength and proficiency.
Just unarmed strike, right?
You are absolutely proficient in headbutting.
Yep.
All right, so 29.
Yeah, you headbutt that thing nice and good. Roll damage.
9.
9. You do 9 damage to this thing. You hit your head on it and dong. You hit it square right in the middle of your mass corn section. Your head doesn't even hurt. It doesn't seem damaged.
I've got a problem, guys. My solution for everything failed.
Did we see what happens if Orin touches it, or is that just a horrible idea?
Bound to happen at some point, Mitnir.
I personally bet we find out what happens if Orin touches it. Are you insane? Sometimes I've been claimed. I have been accused of being insane. You have a problem with that? No. It's just the two female NPCs talking to each other. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I guess
Do
they could
you
ready it.
want to touch it, Orin?
If you guys think it's fine.
It just was a
I
little.
feel like Cropsy's sitting there in the corner just with ruffle, ruffle,
yeah,
ruffle, ruffle.
She's ruffled. She's pacing. She doesn't want to be there.
That's
What
a
if
singing back
we
too.
hold on to Arin and then he touches it?
Can we not? Can we just not?
Guess we'll
Make a
never
persuasion
know.
check, Propsy.
Against what?
Full
Against
mom
what?
powers.
Against your own consciences. If she rolls high enough to persuade you not to do the thing you want to do, that's entirely up to you.
I'm
You
not
set
gonna
the
force.
DC.
I'm not
You
gonna
set
force
the
Orin to put his
DC.
hand on it.
No, you set the DC in your own mind, Orin, about whether or not she was persuasive enough to stop you.
22.
You guidanced yourself?
Uh-huh.
It's very important.
Well, I mean, she's basically my mom, right? So
Maybe we
No,
should.
basically, you were adopted.
I'm not going to go against her wishes.
Can somebody roll Arcana for Celeste? She's going to try to see if she can understand anything about this.
Sure.
What, she got a +9 on that too, or something? That's intelligence. I don't know.
Yep. 15. I can't roll high today.
15, she just says, honestly, I can't seem to make out much about it. If I'm being completely honest with you, I would imagine it would react to a specific energy or a specific tone. I've seen crystals before react plainly to the tones of the plane. So perhaps if we played whatever note belongs to whatever, resonance would help with the crystal, maybe we could get it to open.
Oh, like if you were going to do a planar travel spell, you'll need the tuning fork.
You need the tuning fork that matches the particular tone. And perhaps that's the same sort of thing we need here. Something that resonates with the crystal so perfectly that it causes it to react. That's the best thing I can figure. I can't make any...
So Seti then, right? You're just going to start up at what note you want to start at? And we're just going to slowly make our way down.
I'm still not sure this is a good idea.
Okay. I guess Grim's going to sing it.
All right, Grim. Grim, I would like for you to sing the note. Try a note and see what happens.
He's gonna go through the whole scale, just very slowly, and see if it vibrates or anything.
No, I want to see. I want you to be Grim, and I want you to attempt to as Grim.
We'll do it in Grim's voice.
Cutting out though.
It's cutting out because he can't hear that note. Yeah, we just see you do a face. We heard nothing.
The dogs are going nuts.
Go ahead and roll me a performance check. Roll me a performance check. Yeah, your audio pickup was like, no, not happening.
It was really bad. It was really intentionally very, very bad.
Yeah.
It's an 11.
An 11. Yeah. So nothing happens.
Didn't think so.
She's like, I think it might have worked had you actually hit a note.
Look, I'm trying. Grim is not the bard.
I'm not sure how you were flat the whole way through, Yorn. How was every note both flat and sharp at the same time? Somehow your voice is incredible in how inaudible it is.
Okay, Ernie, you give it a go. What's Ernie's performance? He's got a -1 charisma, so Ernie's gonna perform check.
I rolled a natural 1 for Ernie, so a 1 with a 1
anyway. Yeah, so he's.
Oh yeah, so Ernie walks out there and just squeals. That's it.
You tried, buddy. It's okay. We tried.
All right.
We're the
well.
At least some of us are trying.
She's like, as much fun as this is, maybe we should just pack up and call it a day. Maybe try out one of the other things. Do you guys want to go mess with one of those weird little secret drug shops?
Is that what they are?
I assume so. Somebody mentioned they must be selling drugs. I've never seen a drug sale before, and I may never get the chance again.
I'm gonna look around and just make sure like Destrin isn't just like there with a stall.
We can go check it out.
Okay, so you guys, which one would you like to go to? There are 3.
Which one's closest?
Are they in the same area?
They're like spread out on different. There's 6 lawns, and they're on one of the 6. They're each on one of a different lawn each. There's one of them on the. So the obelisk is on the dark lawn. There's another one on one of the like medium plain lawns. It's like kind of got like a blue grass going on to it. There's another one that seems to be like sort of like wild tall grass that's been cut back. It has to be like cut back every day because it grows so wild and so long. And then this like long lawn with just thick, lush golden grass. You see another one, and then you see another one on just like the regular clean lawn.
I feel like those are representing certain schools.
No.
Let's go check out the lush golden grass one. Is that what it was?
No. So you guys arrive at the lush golden grass one, and as you pop up, you hear, "Get your nudes! Get your nudes over here!"
Oh my god, is that who I think it is?
Y'all come get your nudes if you're hungry. This is a franchise.
Noodles.
Is that Gooey Nudes?
Get your gooey nudes.
That was the name of the owner.
Is there a line, or is it just the stall?
He's like, I'm just calling this, you guys see it. It's just like a full-on stall. It's like there's like a little lights up in the ceiling, like you can sit up. There's like 4 little chairs. It's like, how y'all doing? You come on in and get some nudes from Nude Shop.
Perhaps he's gonna like storm up, slap money down, say, "Hit us."
Nude me.
All right, I'll get you something to do it. Our name is Doing Nudes, and I'm here to get y'all some nudes.
Are you Gooey's brother?
Gooey's brother? No, I'm his nephew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're all pretty much cut from the same cloth up in here, nuding up the neighborhood. That's what I always say. Against chopping them up for you, spreading them up. It's like, what can I get for you? Would you like yourself a combination bowl, or would you all like to go udon style?
I'll take a combo.
All right, get you a combo.
What would you like, Caldera?
Oh, I have no idea. What is the strange wormy slop?
Oh, it's delicious. You're gonna like it.
Okay, so as you guys sit there, you get your nudes. You can pay for the whole meal with 1 gold. We'll get everybody some
great.
nudes.
Okay, I did that.
All right, so you guys give him some. He's like, much obliged. My brother, my uncle will be so excited to see what we did here. So yeah, so that one, you guys get yourself some nudes and continue walking about. Is there anything anybody would like to do specifically
I give
with
him
your
an
little
extra
group?
gold as a tip.
Well, I tried
Much
singing.
obliged.
That's all I had. But no good. All right.
All right, are you guys doing anything else?
You want to
You're
check
just
out
gonna
another
say-
booth?
I'm perfectly fine doing whatever you all want to do.
How long do we have before we have to be on stage?
I say you can check out one more booth if you want to before you have to like head straight in and go to the stage.
We'll check out the regular lawn booth, and then we'll head in.
The regular lawn booth? All right. So you show up at this booth, and you see an individual resting with a long brimmed hat. And this booth is just like real quiet, saying, "Y'all here to get some candy?"
Oh?
You see a large brimmed hat, and as she tips it up, she goes, "Oh, hey, boss." And you see hands covering the face.
Oh, there you are. They let you out? Or did you, like, cut the deal?
Well, I'm sharing a bit of my profits with this school, at least reporting for point purposes. So apparently it's legal.
Great. How much have you sold anything?
Go ahead and make a sales roll.
What am I rolling again? I forget. Is it
Uh,
like 2d12 or something?
Oh, I have it written down here.
I think it was 2d12 that you were having me do.
Yeah,
And there was like a roll for how well we did, right?
I thought this booth was going to be on the wild grass one.
Yeah.
Well, that might be the other drug booth.
The one from the school?
That might be our actual school booth.
Yeah. Roll me 2d12 and then roll me d20.
All right, we got.
You like your names, Caldera?
It's a 13.
They're quite gummy. Snotty even?
13 and a 17.
A 13 and a 17?
Yep.
All right, so you move 13 units at 170% of their value.
Oh, there you go. Good job, Destrin. You've been doing great.
She's like, people have no idea what things cost tonight. Seriously, they keep walking up, I can charge them anything. I charged one guy 200%. Didn't bat an eye. And he bought some from me yesterday at a discount.
Well, you'd think if he'd actually used it, he would have remembered that he used it, right?
But apparently he walked into your school's room this afternoon, and he came to the realization that he needed to focus on his life more.
Let's see.
He bought 6 units.
We're going to pull out the calculator here real quick, because that totally exists.
Okay, so you can figure that out. It's like, anybody here for a score of something?
Hey, you guys want any drugs that Brogy made?
I think we're good.
All right, well, have a wonderful evening. I heard you guys are going to be
She
performing
sold
tonight.
a ton.
Try to stop by.
It was 33.15 with gold.
Enjoy your sales, I guess.
Yep. So that's what she's going to make tonight. Meanwhile, are you guys headed to your performance?
Yep, headed
All
to
right,
that
so
tavern
as you
room.
guys meet up with Destrin and reminisce slightly, everybody introduces themselves, there's some laughing, some giggling, and as you all head back in to do your own performance, we're going to go ahead and take our break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. Second vibe.
And we're back.
And we're back. So, as you guys go back to the performance space of the University of Phoenix, and there's like a large group of people that's completely packed here in this little tiny nightclub. And, people are buying drinks and sitting down and getting settled. And you people going, Blue Man Group, woo! And they're just like cheering and hooting and hollering. And, saying, I heard they were going to do something really experimental tonight. Something that was going to blow our minds. Take us out of what we think reality is and what they know reality is. You see there's like critics and people in fancy dress and all these masks. And you see people that look like actual just like animals, like furries. Like situation going on, like sitting in the audience, and this like macabre group of individuals. Like it's almost as much of a show just seeing the individuals spread around the space as whatever you might be able to perform. But you are all backstage and ready to go. And you see Gary's even out there looking. He's like, oh, I know these guys. I know who they are.
Do we have a bench this time? Is there a bench for Mitnir?
Well, I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm just here to witness it. So, who's going out to MC?
Well, so SETI had a 5-minute set before the Blue Man Group.
Yep.
So.
Oh shit! So you got to do that.
Yeah, so it'll be like an intro, like the opening act, sort of get the crowd warmed up and stuff. So she'll actually just come in from the crowd, like she was watching the previous show, and then let out like almost like one of those pig like rallying calls, like the suey call, just like real loud and piercing. Yeah, and then start doing some fiddle music. Like real lively, jaunty. Jump up on.
Dun, dun, dun. She plays Devil in
Are
Down
there
Georgia.
tables? Can she jump up on a table and start like stomp? Kind of like rallying, or does she have to get on the stage? I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's tables where people. Okay. There's tables. This is like one of those little cafes with like the small tables, like people doing spoken word poetry kind of shit.
Yeah, so she'll kind of jump from table to table and like dancing and twirling and stuff as she fiddles.
And there's like a raucous. Make a performance check for me.
Okie dokie.
So while that's happening, I'm gonna take.
Oh, natural 1 for a 19.
All right, so you're sitting there playing the music, and you're playing the fiddle, and going, and you jump to the other table, and the table collapses, and you go, and your face just like you just play it straight onto the ground. It goes, and it sounds like an accordion just broke as you just collapse, and everyone goes like a collective gasp throughout the entire place. And then you get up, and there's like blood like sputtering out of your nose, and you just go. And then you just go back into it. Make another performance check.
I'm assuming the Grim and Mitnir are both cheering at this point.
Yeah, you see Seti's.
That's my jam.
31.
31. As she gets back up, she puts on an amazing recovery after face planting and bleeding out of her face. And you see she just does this, and then the blood's gone, and she just goes back to playing. And then, how would you like to end your performance?
On the stage, center stage, as the fiddling comes to an abrupt, like, not cinematic, but just like a really quick end, she'll like take a bow, sort of, and I don't know, can we make the lights go dark? Like, can she do some kind of illusion?
Yeah, the room just starts to go and begins to like darken all around, and like the lights begin to flicker.
And then, we want like little pulses of like blue light kind of shoot like out of the like on and off, flickering over the audience.
As she like moves her hands like to the beat of her moving her hands, there's kind of like a pulse of blue.
And she'll say, how did it go?
While Seti was performing and stuff, I took Mitnir's circlet and set it up somewhere above stage so you can tap it and turn on his blue light.
Just a big blue spotlight.
Yep.
By the way, Seti, you're rolling as level 20, Seti, just so you know.
Am I?
Yeah.
I've been rolling on the wrong character sheet.
For those two rolls, yes.
Yeah. No, just the.
Are they different? They might not even be different. Performance was.
I don't know if you normally have a plus 18.
I have a plus 16. So
it's just the proficiency would have been up.
It's a 29 instead.
Like, I noticed. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, my bad.
It's a level 20. Did she? But yeah.
No, she was using the wrong character sheet.
That's the character sheet I captured, so the rolls can show up on stream.
Like, it doesn't really matter because your skill are so high anyway. But I was just like,
okay, so it's a 29 instead of a 31, but I'm sure that doesn't change anything. So
after you bow, I'll pop the blue spotlight on.
So she says, "Ladies and ladies, gents and genderbats, drunken bastards and not yet plastards, the moment you've all been waiting for, the Blue Band Group." And
as you say that, I'm throwing 2 smoke bombs on stage.
They're like hissing as they let smoke out on both sides. It's like a smoke machine going on. There's the light filling from above, and it's creating lots of shadows. All the lights have flickered out at this point, except for like a few small candle lights on the tables. What are you doing, guys?
Well, me and Ernie, I'm now a pig, by the way. I'm an Ernie-sized pig. We're gonna step into the smoke, out of the smoke, in like pose, because we're gonna do like a ballroom dance together.
So they like in the smoke you see emerging is just like the shadow, almost like a pulsing like of lightning, just like flickers through, and like the little bit of lightning coming from Mitnir. I'm just gonna say that there's lightning coming off of you. So Mitnir just like stands there lightning strikes sort of like arcs across the stage, and it's not just enough light behind the shadows. So you see the silhouette of two pigs standing on their hind legs, their legs crossed and like arm up and like
Two
out
blue
to one
pigs.
another. Two blue. Well, they can't see; it's just a shadow. But the lightning just arcs through, and then you see like the draconic shape of Mitnir just flexing, just lightning striking through it with the blue light just hitting all the smoke. Silhouettes. What would you guys like to do from here?
So as this pose is struck and this vignette plays out, Seti will step aside and begin playing, like, again on her violin, like sort of a waltz.
Yeah.
For the pigs to dance to.
All right, so as you start playing the music, Mitnir, your lightning's just...
And throughout the dance, I'm going to be casting light on ball bearings, blue light, and then throwing them into the crowd.
So it's just like...
I don't suppose anybody could spare enhance ability for me and Ernie to perform?
Nope.
I'll do that.
I don't have that.
Celeste is like, woo! I don't know if she has enhanced ability on her, but she would give it to you if she had it.
I do.
I don't think she...
Oh, great. That way me and Ernie aren't rolling just with our base 0 and -1.
Mitnir, I've got you flexing, and the lightning moves to your flexes, so as you flex, there's... The lightning will arc with it and probably is like matching Seti's music, but the reveal is entirely up to you. So, as all this is going on, you see the pigs begin to emerge. These blue pigs begin to emerge with the lightning behind them. And as the blue light hits them directly as they step out of the smoke, you see two pigs, as the music hits, begin to waltz. And behind them is this muscular dragonborn. What do you do?
I'm going to whisper kind of towards Arn, like, fight me to the music.
Okay.
So, right. So you see Mitnir's flexing. The lightning shoots off, and he watches. He goes, and his hand reaches up, and lightning begins to build on his hand. And he reaches onto his back, where he's got this great sword. And there's like this singing sound as the electricity like hums through the metal as it strikes against it. And he pulls the sword out and he points it towards the sky, where you see Orin drops through with wings expanded. Oh, comes down from above.
And then goal is to fight like to Seti's music. So like, whenever she has like the big notes, that's when we do a big hit type thing.
Well, so I'm imagining this. You've got lightning striking all over the place every time you swing your sword, and he's got light shooting out of his fists every time he throws a punch, and you're both missing, I'm assuming, on purpose?
It's like choreographed fighting.
Yeah, like...
Okay,
like
make a performance check to see how well this goes.
I got to roll for Ernie to see how his performance
I could have
is.
enhanced everyone.
Well, it's concentration, so you only do one at a time.
I rolled a 7, and Ernie rolled a 4, by the way, for performance. We're doing
My
great.
performance is terrible.
Yeah, the pigs are like falling all over each other, and people are like roaring. They're like, yes, from the first performance, they're worse than they were before.
Have I used my luck thing today?
It's a comment on the degradation of art. All right,
I don't think so. But I wouldn't use it yet.
Your breath? You haven't used your breath
No.
today.
I was trying to my reroll for one per check thing. So I rolled a 13 on the performance.
13 on
Higher
performance?
than all the rest of us. So
All right, so what'd you roll on your performance check for the fake fighting?
I got a 6.
All right, so you guys are trying to fake fight at the beginning, and you come in, but it's too strong. And as you do, the lightning kind of singes you and like makes you go numb for a second. And you pull, and you actually punch Mitnir in the face. So there's this moment where Mitnir looks at you, and then you see as he begins to actually barbarian rage. And the next thing you know, you see Mitnir going, ah! And he's just swinging this great sword at you, and he's making an attack roll, Mitnir. Because of your poor performances, it has stopped performing.
That is a 22.
22.
Yes.
So it just hits. So you hit him. Make it a damage roll.
Oh no. That would be that'd be a 23.
All right, so check it out. So Mitnir's, so they're like doing it, and they're like, whoa, and then the next thing you know, you see he gets punched in the face, and everything else goes, oh, and then you see Mitnir, like his sword gets glowing really bright, and he just smacks the shit out of the hovering in the air Orin, and he flies off stage and slams against the wall, and you hear a bunch of shit fall in the background.
Please tell me that blood sprayed on me and Ernie, because that would be
yeah, like the blood
Probably.
slipping on the blood.
And like half the people in the audience, you hear Orin go, oh, in the background.
Okay, well, since our dancing isn't working, me and Ernie are gonna switch. We're gonna so I'm gonna give Ernie some of my purple tentacles, and then we're gonna use our tentacles as like to do like ribbon dances.
Okay, so they start sprouting like as the music, I assume, changes to sort of match the beat.
Yeah,
Make a performance check from Seti, and you guys watch as strange pink tentacles, like tendrils, became rising out of the two pigs. They began moving forward. So these are blue pigs, by the way, with like pink strands just like dancing out of their bodies, and they're just going.
Right, let's see how I perform this time.
24.
15 this time with my ribbon dance.
24 and a 15. So together, you guys make a very strange change to the experience that's going on. Mitnir like falls out of line as he goes to the backstage, and he like picks up Orin, who's like completely covered in like backstage materials that have broken.
I thought you wanted me to actually hit you. You hit me.
Ernie rolled an 18 for his performance for the ribbons.
I'm not good at.
He's doing
fighting.
great.
I rolled a 15. He rolled an 18. We're good.
So you guys are doing this performance, and then the two of you come back on stage doing what? What are you guys coming back on stage doing? Are you still fighting, or are you doing something different?
I say we're gonna keep fighting, but it's gonna be Orin's gonna be like martial arts dodging all the attacks while he's swinging away.
Okay, so you're just like full on, just like just windmill swinging the sword, and he's just like dancing and just like doing a defensive thing. For this, I want you guys to actually make me an attack roll to attack the space properly, and then you make me an acrobatics check.
Finally, something I'm good at.
Oh, there we go. That's a 30.
As the fighting kind of takes more of a center stage thing, we will quickly segue into Mitnir's theme song.
16. I can't
16.
roll double digits today, apparently.
Yeah. So as you guys start doing it, you see he's swinging the sword, and it's just inches narrowly missing all of the dodges. Like you're still dodging fluidly and everything, but you see Mitnir's like more artful in the way that he's carving the blade around your body in a way that makes you guys together create this beautiful dancing motif with the blades like swirling. And this is all happening in like the sort of dimmed smoke and the blue light as you guys are like dancing and moving to the sound of the music. And you're not performing anymore. You're fighting, something you're much, much better at. Your strikes begin moving through the air against him as well, Orin, as you see like light begin shooting off of the distance, pulsing with the music, the bright light of the blue and the gold light just crashing into one another. And what's next?
I would say each time I go to like throw a punch or something, I throw a blue glowing ball bearing into the crowd.
Yeah, so like flecks of blue are like getting, so this starts to speed up, and the music, the fiddle music starts picking up and getting faster. The strange pigs start dancing more erratically. You see blue light balls flying off of everybody as they begin like dodging and dancing. It's like you're ripping the blue away from him. And then suddenly the light goes out. And then suddenly the light goes on, and you see somebody standing with the head tilted down to the side, standing in the middle of the crowd, blue flesh. And you see a big arcane tattoo glowing all over his shoulders as you see a shirtless Cleary standing in the middle of your performance space. And he looks up at you guys and he says, "Did you miss me?" And then he begins shooting all kinds of color out of his hands. You see like bursts of ice and just like rains of like blue color are just bursting out of him in all directions. Just it's a kaleidoscopic effect of just like blue light just shining in all directions. And everybody in the audience is just like, you see like he's like spinning and dancing and getting involved in your guys' fight. And you can see like he's dancing, and as he's doing so, he's pulling energy off of himself and like just sending blue light in all directions, just swirls of like water dancing through the area and light. in radiant light, and you guys feel like cold temperatures singeing past you. Like, these are arcane powers that if they hit you and struck you properly could probably harm you quite significantly. You see that he's like pulsing out these blue streaks of magic missile, but they're made out of like streaks of ice, and as they like carve around and through each other, it makes the entire place begin to like mist up, instead of just with the smoke bombs which are starting to fade, an actual cold mist, like the temperature difference actually creates like this sort of misty effect throughout the entire space. He's like, sorry, it looked like you guys were lagging, and you said I was part of the group, so I wanted to try too. Everybody checked out.
Seti gives him a thumbs up. Just keep playing.
So as this chaos is ensuing, do you guys have an idea for a big finale or anything? Are you just leaving it?
I think
Prophecy
for the
should come out.
Okay, Prophecy comes out.
Heard me. I haven't actually used it yet, but I have alter self at will, so I can. Right? What level are we?
I don't know.
some of us are different levels than others.
You have to check your character sheet.
Well, I thought I did, but it says 13. I thought we were 14.
Some people are 14. I don't remember who.
Seti, I know, is up one.
Is
Yeah,
it
We
Grim?
can use-
me and Grim.
Do you have Druidcraft? You can do stuff with that too.
Anyways, what would you like to do?
I rescind my thing because I'm not level 14.
Oh,
I get that at 14.
Oh, bummer.
all right.
So instead, like as things are kind of, our time is kind of running out, Sati will keep playing this aggressive, Mitnir song and step forward and say, and now the act that started it all. We're going to need some volunteers from the audience. And I'm going to look for like either the heaviest person or like several smaller people that might weigh about the same. It's more impressive if I can find maybe some smaller people.
You could always pick out Celeste and Caldera.
I could. All right. Yes, you're right. They
They're
are
both
there.
glowy
Yes.
too.
I'm assuming they're both volunteering. They're into it, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
people have their
absolutely. You guys
hands
called them
up.
up. They're like, oh my god, and yes, Celeste.
She's
and
how about these two lovely ladies?
I was like, oh my god, me.
Bring
and
your
as she walks by-
chairs, please.
As she walks by, she says, 60 points, and begins walking upstairs.
Bring your chairs, please.
All right, so they bring
Runan,
their
are
chairs
you
with
ready
them.
for this?
I will go find the log out of our bag of holding, my practice stick that I use to carry everyone around.
Yeah.
Is that in mine or Brapsy's?
I'll reach into budget.
If it's in mine, I'll pull it out. I'll help him
Okay.
pull it out.
They'll like
All
put
right,
their
yeah.
chairs on it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you pull it out of Bropsy's bag.
they
Bropsy
will
just comes out and
enhance
she sort of
you.
slides it. And as you go to pick it up and put it on your shoulders and you've got the chairs, and then are you just going to squat them while they're on?
I mean, yeah, like from floor, just like kneel down and then just.
I forgot
like
we have
a-
the
Like
log
what's
device for
that
chairs.
press that they do
Yeah.
where it's like deadlift into the press?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you begin make athletics check.
You do.
He is
Is he still
raging.
raging?
So.
Yeah.
Do advantage?
So you don't need my enhance.
I mean, enhance isn't bad. That I already
This
have
is
advantage. Never mind,
advantage,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I already have advantage. So, boom. It's 31.
31? Yeah, they fly. You're just like it's like effortlessly like moving through these motions, and they're like just in the chair, just like on a roller coaster. As you were just like flying around, everybody's laughing and cheering. They're like, yeah. As it just gets silly all of a sudden, all the awesomeness has faded, and it's
Seeing
like
how
really
well
goofy.
this is going, Seti's going to leap up onto the log between them.
Okay.
Just kind of
as you do
plant
that,
one foot
make
on
me
either
another. Just make me a strength saving throw as she does this.
I will assist her and get it up.
He
Give her,
just
like,
like
a little
tosses her
boost.
into the air. Yeah. Meanwhile, Clary's sick. He's like, "Oh, we should probably keep something interesting going on in the background, shall we?" And he takes he takes the chisel and he points it at you.
That is another
At me?
31.
At you, Orin. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, "Oh, I won't hit you, trust me. And you guys like enter into a sort of like duel in the background, just like these two individuals fighting. You're still fighting a blue person, still ripping the blue off of him and tossing it into the audience. Just all this chaos is ensuing now.
My spores are going to be out too, just like my little twinkly halo spores, just glowing in the lights and stuff, just as extra.
Yeah.
So it was a 31 also.
31. Yeah. Yeah, so you're standing on top of him while he's doing all this. He's carrying 3 women and the wood and the chairs.
Seti's still fiddling, playing her thing. And
Don't do it too well, or Midnir's gonna like take him away from. He's gonna get those points.
Right. Babe, go ahead and make me a performance check with advantage, and this is going to be how well you guys blow out the night.
I think for the big ending, it's just going to be smoke bomb, light goes out, and we
28.
disappear.
28?
Yeah.
Okay. So this magical thing, all this chaos is ensuing. Everybody's going nuts in the audience. People are up in their chairs. They're like just like trying to like hey, picking each other up and just like doing it with them, just squatting. You see a whole room of people squatting to the beat. You see people dancing and squatting around the room, and it just looks like a bunch of people just like, I don't know, just doing this. It's like both workout experience and rave. You don't know what's going on. There's so much light spewing in all directions. It's so over the top. It's so loud. And then suddenly the music ends and then and you hear, and they say, and then you hear, that was the Blue Man Crew. Or was it? Whoosh. You guys are gone.
We're gone.
Backstage.
And the second that's over,
and
yeah, you guys are sweating. You guys are sweating so hard. So many backgrounds are like, oh man, they could make regionals. Like it's like this whole thing.
Like there's like a couple of pigs in the back with towels just kind of wiping.
Like, wow, that was absolutely great. You know, people in the background. That somebody goes up and says, "All right, I'm going to read you some poetry about my dad."
So how full was that place though during that performance?
Packed, absolutely packed, standing room only.
He starts talking about his dad. Is it still packed?
Oh yeah. After the performance, yeah, it's like completely packed, and people are like, "Yeah," they're like, "Encore." He's like, "Yeah, no, see, but my dad never came back."
Oh god!
When I was 5 years old, my father just gave me a sword.
Like, he's like, "Bring the other people back." He's like, "He never came back." Yeah. And then so eventually he gets heckled off the stage and he leaves crying. That's what happens to the guy who goes immediately after you.
Wah, 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 wah.
And a lot of people are still like cheering and getting dragged. And then you hear there's a moment where another guy gets off stage. He's like, everyone who is not going to calm down for the rest of the evening, please make your way over to the bar on the other side. Silverwind Academy will keep your party going. If you are not going to treat our performers with respect, we politely ask you to go take your party elsewhere. Thank you so much for coming to witness the Blue Man Group. Leave donations at the door.
It just made
And the guys on the side, he's like, money. I was gonna tell them everything about my soul. This poem was my life's swan song.
Maybe tomorrow.
Poor little baby.
Anyways, so as that happens and people are like leaving and like cheering and go and do their own thing, the party spreads back out once more. You guys had an amazing 30-minute performance or some shit. Meanwhile, I'd say you guys are like close to about midnight by the time you're all settled in and back and everything like that. So midnight, the party's still going on. There's music coming from every room, dancing still going on. People are now stumbling through the halls. Seti, you've got a really good passive perception. So you notice first a guy standing in the corner going, psst, psst, hey. He's got like a hood over him, and he's just sort of peering at you between the hood of his coat, and he's like, hey, you and your friends, over here.
Sati will be like, who the fuck is that guy? Anybody know him?
You guys look over and you see this guy in a big old trench coat.
Grim will like shake off his wild shape and turn back into a Grim. Like, I don't know, what you talking about?
He's like, hey, guys, over here, I've got some new product.
This is the trench coat guy?
Competition?
This is the trench coat guy. He says, don't remember me? Are you guys going over there, or are you just ignoring him?
I guess we're going over.
No, I'm going. I remember this.
He goes
guy.
over there.
We'll
As he
go
goes
there.
over there, he says, hey, good to see you again. Compliments of the house. And he pulls a packaged donut out, and he hands it to the first closest person. He
That's
goes,
me.
I've come into some new product recently, and I thought you folks might be interested in getting your hands on one before they all set out.
What do we got?
He opens his trench coat. You hear? And you look and you see the bottom half of his trench coat is full of kittens.
You also hear Brapsy.
He says, I've got kittens for sale. And you see he's like spindling his fingers and looking creepy, and he's got like these sort of... It is the picture from Kita's Discord channel. It is canon.
Warren's going to turn around and face Brapsy, kneel down, put his arms on her shoulders, and be like, would Azurus eat one of these?
Maybe.
Would you like to take a peek at my wares?
Yes.
First, yeah, we've got an ever kitten. Never gets older. Always the same age. Forever and ever. Also, it doesn't poop or pee. Ever kitten. The best kitten in the world. And you see this little tabby go. His eyes get all big and look at you. He says, when he pats his head down, you go to sleep. This one here, and you see like this little, ow, he got me. And you see like this little tuft of like a little red-haired thing comes out, and you see he goes, and as it does, you see little sparks fly out of his mouth. This is a fire kitten.
Oh.
Fire kitten can light lamps for you. Get a dim light. He'll put your alchemies if you want to cook something. They keep the flame going for you. Helps you out with what you're working on.
Grim will
Lots
just
of
like
candles.
discreetly nudge Orin.
And he squares it up and he says, and as they level up, they get even better. And he says, and he pushes down and he's like, and now this one, and you see this little black cat with like screaming eyes at the bottom and jagged teeth comes out, and he goes, this little shadow kitten here comes from the Shadowfell, a dark entity. Shadow kittens are very rare, and they bind with you for life. Also, doesn't age.
Yeah, how much for all of them?
Well, you can get yourself an ever kitten for 500 platinum pieces. But you can get yourself here a pyro kitten. Those go for 10 grand. And then this one right here, this one goes for 20. Now this one here is a special little biter. But just so you know, I've got an aqua kitten coming in next week, as well as a thunder cat.
Oh.
Well, it's gonna be a thunder kitten. But you know, it's gonna grow. That one. And then it's a thunder cat. You know?
Yep.
Thunder cats.
I got you.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's like 10,000 gold or 10,000 platinum for the pyro one?
10,000 gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, 5,000 gold, 10,000 gold, 20,000 gold.
Okay.
Well, I can't afford a 20,000. I currently have 17,000. Well, what was the 20,000 one though?
The
The
shadow
shadow
kitten.
Oh, but I love Shadow Cat. Who has 3,000 gold?
It has like very jagged, sharp teeth that like just meld into its shadow for some. When you look at the picture on your Discord server, it is the bottom rightmost one.
Okay, pulling up the picture. Yeah, fuck whatever apples there were. Like cats. Cats.
Do you see it hidden there at the bottom?
Uh-huh.
Under the banana? Yeah.
That just sounds like an awfully expensive snack.
How dare you?
But
This
it's,
man
you could
sells
either
snacks.
get 2 cats or 1 cat.
Well, I can't afford the 1 cat unless someone helps. Cats should always have a partner, but like, I'll turn into a cat and play with a shadow cat. Like, yeah, I'll.
These are very valuable items, and I'll have different ones next time you see me. Next event.
Oh no! Don't tell me that.
Next
I want
event,
all
I'll
of
have
them.
a whole new slew. These will probably be adopted if you don't adopt them then.
Oh,
But I also know that there's going to be a rad kitten coming through. That's right. A light kitten. A radiance kitten.
Okay, how much? I want that.
That one's not through yet. I'll have to vet it.
But I want that one.
I could put it on layaway, but you're going to
Yeah.
have to make sure you leave collateral.
How much?
Well, I'll tell you right now, if I'm going to look at its overall pricing, after we look at everything, get a basic idea for it, I'm going to say that it's going to be somewhere around 30,000 gold.
Oh no! I can't wait.
But this is a one-of-kind entity created by the Celestials.
Help me.
These are the most
turns around to
expensive
everyone.
cats.
This radiant cat has claws of pure light, and
We
its
need
purring and its purring can heal your wounds.
We need it. It's just turn around at everyone. Like
I don't have that kind of money.
No.
So that's the standard.
Cleary has my Cleary.
Clear's like, oh yes, hello.
I need a cat.
I'm sorry.
I need the cat, Cleary. I need money.
He looks at
This is
Seti.
important to me.
He looks at all you guys. He's like, how much money are we talking here? 100 gold?
30,000. I have half.
He's like, he was sipping his tea, and he's.
Man, if only we had somebody who was really good at
30,000 gold for a cat.
Is
It's special.
look, man.
Inventory. Cleary has.
How many people actually have 30,000 that they're just like ready to throw on a cat? Like, can you do?
Cleary says, I have it, but look, I've been given leeway by your father, Seti, to spend a certain amount of the money that I was allowed on your happiness.
To be clear, she needs 15, not 30.
15,000 gold in and of itself for a cat.
Yep.
But it's made of light. It's perfect.
Certainly, we have.
I can literally sculpt you a cat out of light for free.
What is that? A cat, or is it a sculpture of a cat?
I'll make it move.
No, the move isn't. No. That's
You'll
not the
never
same.
be able to tell the difference, Robsy.
That's not the same.
And you can see like he's kind of a little bit drunk, and he's just like, Robsy. It
Sounds
may
like
not
somebody
love you,
needs to start her
but I
own
can make
drug
it
empire.
fool you into believing that it loves you.
She just starts crying.
Look.
Can you
he's
not
just
budge
like,
a little bit on that price, my dude?
make a persuasion check.
Guidance.
Like, you have a very motivated buyer here. Just give her the cat. She's crying. That is a 22.
All right, look here. I don't even have that cat yet. To be honest with you, I don't even have it. It's just meant to come in. If I don't even get it, you've been crying and you're forking up money for nothing. Look, let's talk about these beautiful little purr boxes right here. And he lifts up his jacket, and you see the three that are sitting. He's like, if you don't want one of these, think of the home they might go to. Oh.
I don't do that to me.
I'm sorry, you advertised a cat you don't even have yet. Got her to want it so bad she cried. And then told us we couldn't have it because you didn't have it right now anyway?
I'm just saying, I can't sell you something when I said it's going to come at the next event. Like, it's not like I've got the product. She's the one who's getting so excited over nothing.
What kind of salesman are you?
A bad one, apparently. Look, I've got right here a shadow kitten. And I do feel bad about what I did. So I'll tell you what, I'll sell it to you half price.
Oh, no.
10,000 gold for this shadow kitten.
They want it, but they wouldn't clear it.
I can tell you that today. I can't make any promises about the light kitten because, to be honest with you, it's being sold at the auction. I just wanted to get you hyped about it.
Maybe
so I can't tell you how much it's going to be. I just can give you.
You might clear.
Dropsy, might your school not want to have special kittens for their petting zoo? Maybe they might be interested in that.
Do I I assume I have a contact for whoever it does our zoo.
Sure, yeah. That's the headmaster. Fuck, if I know.
I'm just saying, maybe
he's got the horns. He's blue. He's a tiefling.
Okay.
Maybe they can cut the deal and use some of the proceeds from the petting zoo to like offset the cost. And
he's an old tiefling man, and he's like, and then you guys watch as my brain's not working. Caldera sits there and she looks at Orin. She goes, "Oh my god!" And you see she's just staring at the little fire cat. She's like, her eyes are big. She's looking at it. She goes, "Oh my goodness, hello."
Uh-oh. It's about to be a really expensive date.
I don't have
the fire cat is
$10,000.
only 1,000 gold.
And she looks at you for a moment, just like glances. She doesn't even look directly at you. She just kind of has eyes like this, but she's not even looking at you. And then she goes, "Well, let me help you out here." And you feel something hefty slide into your back pocket.
Okay, good, because I don't have the money. Okay, so Orin will be like, so how much for the fire kitten?
She goes, and he says, 10,000 gold for the fire kitten. But again, I feel bad. No, the other one was 5,000 gold. This one's the fire cat's 10,000 gold. Gotcha. That was the ever kitten. Gotcha. 10,000 gold. So this fire kitten's 10,000 gold. But again, I feel bad. I could part with you for 7,500. She goes, oh. She gasps again. She goes, "What an interesting gift that interesting pet you're purchasing for yourself. Oh, that is so very. You are such a kind soul." And as you pull it, you find that there are 100 or 1,000 platinum pieces just like in this bag, just sitting there. Literally 10,000 gold just sitting in the bag, ready to go.
No, count out 75 of them.
750 of them, you mean?
Or yeah.
Right? 7,500. No, wait. Yeah, 7,500 gold is 750 of them. So you pull that amount out.
Sorry, I'll count out 250 of them and then just hand them the bag.
There you go.
It'll take less time.
Yeah.
Okay, he's like, "Oh, pleasure doing business with you, so pissing out here." And as he does, you see little sparks.
Oh my god, I'm up.
The tops of its ears are lit. Just.
Oh, like
It's got like little lit eyebrows above his brow. Yes. And he opens his eyes just a little bit, and you can see like it's like black all around, but like little spark of flame, like rings of fire, like inside of his eyes. They get really big, and then like he still does the cat eye thing. Goes, but it's like kitten,
as I
baby
get
kitten.
Hand it over to Princess
She goes,
Golden.
oh my goodness, for me! Oh, I can't
And he
believe you've
keeps
given
the
me such a
250
generous
flat.
gift. And
Sneak the rest of the money into her pocket.
she goes, oh, Julia. And she just goes, oh, thank you so very, very much.
And I'll
65 points.
I'll lean
5
my
whole
head.
points.
I'm gonna lean in
Next.
and whisper into her ear. I would have bought that if I had the money for it. But thank
She
you.
says, don't worry, I'm not in this for money. I have quite a bit where I come from. But I do like that you thought of it. She saw that you wanted to. Or she definitely made it well known that she wanted it. She's holding it. She goes, oh my god, and she just like slips it straight between her boobs, and like it just nuzzles down in, and it's like so hot in this area, and this little like you see like actual fire start to pick up under her blouse. She's like, oh, he's so comfy.
I think we got a good owner for that one.
She's walking, and you can't see the cat anymore, but just this little bit of fire poking out, and you hear.
So is Propsy buying the other one then?
When is the auction?
The auction's gonna be tomorrow night.
Okay. We need. Grant, right. You've been making money.
Isn't there something at the auction we're supposed to buy?
Grim does not have money for a cat.
That
Grim
will
has
make drugs.
Seti will try to kind of like tickle the shadow one.
It goes.
Good
little
kitty.
black tongue comes out.
Good kitty.
It likes.
Give it a little scritch.
Yes. Animal handling check, just to make sure.
Bites off our
That's
finger.
a 19.
It goes.
You're very cute. Too bad you're so expensive. And patent. Step away. Are we done?
All right, so I guess they're spending half an hour talking to a guy about cats.
Did Propsy really walk away without getting one?
I think she's planning on getting one at the auction.
I have to try.
The radiant one?
For the radiant one.
Oh, you're gonna say for the radiant one?
Destiny. I can't. Oh God. Giving Propsy and Nikita a crisis over here.
Yeah. All right. So after you guys' big conversation about the cat, it's about 1 a.m. after this whole haggling fiasco. Is there anything else you guys want to do at the party tonight? It's beginning to wind down in a lot of places.
No.
Some places are really settling in. Do you guys just want to hit the hay, or is there anything else you want to do?
Hey, do you need an escort
we're having
back to the palace?
She goes, it's probably best that they don't witness your existence.
Well,
I'll be taking the teleportation.
Okay. Well, I can at least escort you to the teleportation room.
Of course. Much obliged.
Propsy, you want to come with?
We will escort you to escort her from a distance.
Sure. It's just
Grim's gonna head to his tower and just
okay.
We're not supposed to go anywhere alone.
Mm-hmm. And I want us to at least have a buddy system for sleeping tonight after the whole fiasco earlier.
Grim's got Brogy and Moira. So
Yeah.
I've got everybody.
and Ernie. He's got his whole
Ernie,
posse.
We're fine. We're fine.
And Destrin, if she's closing the booth.
Well, she seems to like it at our school, so.
All right. So as you guys are heading towards the teleportation thing, you have a nice little stroll along the dark walk. The stars above shifting, and you can see that there's like a meteor shower happening in the artificial sky. You bring her back. She says, "Thank you so much for a wonderful evening. I really enjoyed myself. Next time, invite me sooner. And remember, you're getting out of here with 65 points. That'll earn you one of these." And then she leans forward and she gives you a kiss. And then she says, "But I expect more next time." And then she turns to leave.
You gotta top a 7,500 gold gift next time.
Well, he would have gotten a lot more points if he had paid for it, I think.
Yeah, probably, but I spent all my money on a fucking apple.
Yeah.
What did that apple get you again?
Stats.
+2 strength.
That boost, yeah. It's worth it.
But it could have gotten us a cat.
All right. So as you say goodbye to the door to the teleportation room, you see that there's a line of people who are hitting the teleportation portals, and she sort of finds herself in the queue, and she's like, "You don't have to wait for me, dear. I'll be here. You guys have a wonderful night, and thank you so much for my gift."
You're quite welcome. Take good care of it now.
Don't worry. This little one and I are going to have quite a good time together. She's just like sitting there, just like putting her fingers down in her boobs, poking its head.
It reminds me of that one person we used to know. But anyway. It was a squirrel instead of a cat. Never mind.
Yeah. The sugar
right.
glider thing.
All right. So is there anything anybody else would like to do tonight, or are they just going to head to bed?
What is tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Alchemy Roulette, bright and early.
Yeah, what time is that?
That begins at 7:30 a.m.
Okay, great. So I have like very little time to sleep.
Yes, you need to go to sleep right now if you want a full rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Grim's already gone.
So Grim's already gone.
He
He's found
left
a place
with his
for...
posse when we went to the teleporter.
Yeah, he's done.
Props to you going to sleep.
Yeah, immediately, yes.
Yeah, immediately headed for sleep. What about you, Seti?
What's the sleeping arrangements?
She asked, "What's the sleeping arrangements?"
Dropsy and Seti, probably.
Orin
Sleeping
says
party.
Propsy and Seti, probably. Are you gonna stay in Propsy's room, or are you just gonna go to your own room to sleep?
Go wherever people want me, I guess. Yeah. Go with the
Or maybe I'll go with Braps. Me and Mitnir will go with Brapsy, and Seti could go with Cleary.
Midir, what do you want to do tonight?
I guess. Well, what else is tomorrow?
Tomorrow in the afternoon, it's Boxbreaker. And around noontime is also Wiswallop, which you are not doing, but Orin is.
Gotcha.
And Seti is.
Yeah, I'd go wherever. I was just trying to make sure there's nothing I needed to prep for immediately for tomorrow or anything.
No, not the last day is the Artificer's Expose, so.
They'll be facing
University of Phoenix tomorrow in
Phoenix.
Boxbreaker.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys all seem to find places to rest for the day, I assume you're going to rest, Mitnir?
Yeah. Wherever I'll go,
Seti?
I'll follow Arn.
Yeah. All right. So you guys all go to, gossip about, make fun of Orin and his date and all that stuff. Celeste says goodnight to you as you guys all go do your own thing. Grim, you find rest as soon as possible. Seti, before you head off to go find rest for the night, Cleary pulls you aside and says, I just wanted to say that I'm so glad that you're here with us. And glad I can be close with you again.
Me too. Would you like to come to Bropsy's room with us? Or
I can, if that's what you want. But
I feel strange letting you out of my sight. Like you won't be the same if I see you again.
I understand completely. Yes, I suppose I can all rough it. In Propsy's room. Great. Well, I
put up the dome like I used to. No, I can't. I need to rest first. Never mind. Oh no, it's a ritual. I can do it. It's fine. I always forget that part.
I don't know if there's enough room in her room for that.
Yeah, like we could have all gone to Cleary's room if this was the case. Like,
well, we can go to my room if that's what you all prefer. If that's what you all want to
room?
stay together, then yes. So as you guys all head up to Clear's room, and there's just this, another sleepover that you guys do in Clear's room, where you pull all his fancy couch cushions and make little beds on the floor and throw his 800 pillows on the floor and just make this big, huge.
So who's getting a tattoo tonight?
Hold up. I'm making direct eye contact with Cleary. But imagine, and then I wild shape into a kitten on the pillow.
Oh,
it's very cute. You could adopt kittens for free at shelters.
I turn back into Bropsy, but it's made of light, Cleary.
Yes, let the rich people buy the light kittens. I'm sure they'll be well taken care of. Why don't you adopt a sick little cat that really needs you from a shelter?
How dare you.
I'm just saying, you're going designer.
Okay, I'm storming as far away from him as I can.
It's not like he's wrong.
Are you okay, Cleary? I know we're all on edge.
Oh, did Celeste Greater Restoration him?
Oh, yeah. I'll say there's probably a point during the night where she looked at you all guys and went, and then, well, she didn't because she had the mask on, but she kind of nodded to you slightly, and then she touched, and there was this glow of light, and Clear was like, hello? And you see he just seemed less drunk. Was it? Didn't seem to affect him in any meaningful way. I forgot that was the plan, but yes, that happened.
All right.
I know, baby girl. I don't know when you got locked in here, but...
Sorry, my bad.
So, as you guys are all snuggled up, does anybody want to do anything else before they head to sleep? Any conversations? Anything?
Nope. Got an early start tomorrow, so straight to bed.
I'm gonna tell Orin to hold still, and I've got the knife. And I'm just gonna back of it, under his wrist, right below his hand. I'm gonna give him a little tattoo. Just use an aquam, nothing fancy.
All right. Are you letting him tattoo your flesh?
Sure.
All right. So he's just sitting there, and he starts cutting into your arm. Go ahead and make your.
He already hit me with a sword today. What's a little tattoo?
I don't remember everything that I wrote for how your dagger works, but go ahead and work on it.
It's a little tattoo between bros.
Yeah.
Oh, you're all getting one at this point, but hold on, I gotta find the item. Make sure there's nothing.
So this would be an arm tattoo in small, so it's 1d4.
Yeah, I don't have all that other stuff open. I'll just see if it was anything on the knife.
Wonder how many points we made the University of Phoenix with our Blue Man group of roommates.
All right. So what did you say? 1d4.
It takes 1 plus 1d4 hours.
All right. So.
And I need you to make me a dexterity with proficiency check.
All right. So it's gonna take 5. I'm not doing it all tonight, but I'm starting it.
Okay.
And then would you want a dexterity check?
5 hours for a small one. Whew.
By the way, you do know that that you do have other powders that might be a little bit more. You have some inks in your knife that might be not bad. to apply for a tattoo on Orin as well.
This is purely in case someone gets switched again. I can identify.
I see. So this is just like a mark for you to know.
This is me doodling a mark that I know what it is.
All right,
he's branding us.
So he started tattooing, but it was just like enough, and you just get this little like ridge of like blue ink that sort of like kind of looks like your other brands, but it's just a small amount of it. Is there the chaos roll to this? What is it for producing the thing that you're going for? Or is it's not a specific tattoo you're going for on the list?
Yeah, this is not it. I'm not going for it. This is literally putting a mark.
Go ahead and roll a divine intervention roll. You'll get something if you roll below your player level or above 90.
Oh boy.
He's literally just branding me right now.
That's a 30. Oh, no, that's a 3.
That's a 3.
Yep, that's a 3.
All right. So you begin marking him, and you still marking him, and you see that Mitnir is like very focused. And at a certain point during the night, he seems kind of drowsy, and time's flying. The 5 hours pass, and you see, and you're like, Mitnir, are you done tattooing? And when you look over him, you see he's in a trance, and his eyes are glazed over, and like there's no pupils or irises. It's just completely white eyes, and he is just sitting there tattooing this thing on your arm. And then eventually he blinks out of it and is like, "Huh?" And you look and you see that there is this glowing. I need you to consume some of your moonstone dust. Okay. One ounce.
If that actually took him 5 hours, I probably fell asleep through it.
Yeah. So as you like look, you are getting an additional rune back.
Oh.
But that I think I'm out of moonstone dust now. Like that would consume what I had left.
Yes, that would consume your moonstone dust. But you just put a rune back on Orin.
All because I wanted to be able to go, is that you? And just flip his arm over.
So Orin, you have one additional rune. I think it puts you at 2.
Yeah, plus whatever thing. What's her face did? I think that essentially gave me a temporary rune.
Oh yeah. Temporary. Yeah. So that was a big boon for you. For a random thing.
That I slept through it.
And you slept through it. All right. So as you find rest for the evening, I'm going to cut away for a moment to what happened after you left Caldera.
Oh, okay.
Is she fake?
Caldera, sitting in line, petting her kitten within her bosom, as other people meander through the teleportation portals. She is waiting in line, and she notices something sort of to her left. And as she looks over, she sees a narrow, dark corridor. She doesn't know why, but she's drawn to it. We see her as she follows out of line, interestingly, tilting her head in curiosity, and she begins to glow up the hallway as she walks through, her kitten peering out over the edge of her bodice, going, meowing lightly. She goes, "It's okay. Just curious, little one." And as she peers in, she sees the obelisk sitting in a plain room, erected in the middle. She goes, "What are you doing here, mystery?" And as she approaches it, no reflection does she see within the black glass. "You are curious." And as she reaches out a finger towards it, we watch as the glass begins to melt. The morning. You all come to consciousness. Your dreams were your own, nothing strange, no visitations. The morning of the second day of the Selindor Academy academic pentathlon. And immediately, we see 2 of our individuals from this group putting on their respective school robes and heading out first thing in the morning to begin Alchemy Roulette Round 2. So you're making way there. You see the fairgrounds have begun to open.
Hold the phone. I am a mother. I'm checking in with my son. Did your date get home safely? Did you stay up and did you wait for her to message you back?
This is what I was asking about, if anybody wanted to do anything last night.
Yeah.
I expected him to check in on his own, but I'm double checking.
Oren's never dated before. He doesn't know these things.
I mothered
didn't
him
get
before.
a call, and I didn't call anyone. I kind of fell asleep getting tattooed by Mitnir. Speaking of which, I'll now look at the final result.
Yeah, it feels right. It kind of freaks you out because that's where you had a room before, and it's the same room.
Ooh.
Damn, Mitnir.
What?
Surprises me every
Huh?
time.
What does?
You somehow recreated the rune that was in that spot.
But I didn't finish what I was doing.
Oh, it's done.
Oh, by the way, you cannot use your breath today.
That's fine. Did you finish it?
No, I was asleep.
Well, I was asleep too. I don't know what you're talking about.
Put that in pause. Did you not tell her to let you know that she got home safely? Oren?
No?
Oren!
What? I'm up. What happened?
Call her. Good morning.
I'm on,
She was
City.
in line at the teleporter. She said, not to worry, I'll be able to make it from here.
You always say, let me know that you got home safely. Call her. I have to go. Come on, come on.
Information you should have told me last night.
I assumed you did it. I wasn't standing there with you. I didn't want to pry.
Never assume anything with me when it comes to dating, okay? This is my first time ever. I
Can't
am
use
a
that
rookie.
excuse again.
So are you calling?
It's pretty early, but yes, I will call.
She can always
Alright.
go back to sleep.
So you call, and it hums. For an uncomfortable amount of time. And then, hello? Oh, God, what hour is it?
Sorry, it's super early, but I just wanted to make sure you made it back
Can you hear?
safely.
Just, oh, I'm so sorry, little one. Here, have a lava snack. And then she says, it's a bit early for you to be calling, but I'm not entirely mad. What can I do for you?
I was just checking in to make sure you got home okay. Did anything happen when we left?
Oh, no, no, I do have a secret. I'll tell you about it later, dear. It's far too early.
Oh, okay. Call me later.
It's exciting news, but try not to get too excited, because I just can't tell it to you now. I'm sorry.
Alright, go back to
I
sleep.
was kept up all night. Good night. She's just gonna boop boop.
Okay. I think she's good.
Okay, good. But now you know. Always make sure they get home safe.
Okay. Noted. Now I will walk you to your thing.
All right. So you guys begin heading to Alchemy Roulette, and you can see like the shuffling, all the people. You're in the same arena as before, but there's a slight difference you noticed. There are no materials anywhere. The last time you were here, there was a long table that had the standard materials you might require, the things that you have at your desk. There was little boxes that had surprise ingredients, but none of that's here this time when you arrived. And you see the other, I guess in this situation, 14 competitors take to their positions around the room. Some schools having no representatives, some having two. But as you guys find your space, everybody in the morning, they're slowly shuffling in for this. There's a few people here to witness it. But you do notice that there are a number of doors surrounding you that were not there before. Oh, I'm on the completely wrong thing. Where's not the movie roulette? round 2. As you guys are sitting here, there's a moment, and then you hear like a kind of grinding sound, and then and something springs out of the ground, just and then bounces. You see this springy modron pop out of the ground and say, "Good morning, everyone." Well, for those of you who aren't hungover from last night's festivities, anyways, Alchemist, welcome to Alchemy Roulette Round 2. As we all know, this is an endurance race. It is more important for an alchemist not only to know how to brew potions and follow instructions, but to procure their own materials in doing so. Which is why, and as he gestures up, the doors on all sides lift up, and you see different areas beyond each door. You hear like the sounds of like crickets coming from one, and you can see like sort of like wood and grass and stuff. You look through another one, you can hear the howling of wind, and you can see snow and cold pouring out through it. Another one, you see sand sort of blowing through the door as a desert lies beyond. He says, "You will have 10 hours to brew your potions. Come and draw your lots one at a time, and we will get you prepared for the week ahead." Not the week ahead, but till next week, guys. That's what I'm saying. We'll get you prepared for next week on this. So go ahead and roll for me a D20.
20. Moira's gonna roll too, right?
Moira's got to roll 2, yes.
I never.
It's a 14 for Grim.
Potions.
14 for Grim?
Number 14.
14. Okay. So they walk up and they hand you what appears to be a small petri dish. And in this petri dish, all there is some fluid that is trapped under a disc of glass.
Well, okay.
So that's what they bring to you. It's like a slight green liquid that's completely enclosed in glass within this petri dish.
Are we allowed to open it, or?
It's entirely up to you how you want to proceed. But you can't. Do not look at your potion guide for this. You will only be able to get that information through rolls. Propsy, what did you roll on your D20?
4.
4. They hand you a small paper-wrapped sphere.
Oh, never once did I change the music during this session, so it's still the spooky stuck in Veruna's room.
Nice.
My bad. Also, at some point during this call, Semner and I switched places, and that's why the names are always wrong. That's why the names are always wrong.
Hey, did we have audio this whole session?
We had audio, but yeah, apparently at some point we just switched places in the Discord.
Weird.
So weird.
I think I might know what Dropsy is.
It looks fine on stream. Did it switch back?
I just changed the names again so that they match.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah. It's the second time today.
Nice.
So, what would you guys, before we end our session, is there anything you guys would like to do with this to investigate before you step forward and make your decisions about the coming week?
I guess I'll just
10 hours? Keep saying week.
Yeah. What would we roll to just try and figure out what it is?
This would be a
medicine or something else?
I would say that this would be like whatever technique you wish to use to try to determine what it is. Would be what you roll, right? So, what are you doing with it? And then I'll tell you what to roll.
Well, first, he's just going to look at it and see if he can, if it
make a perception check.
Looks like something he would know. And I would have cast my enhance ability. So let me do that. Okay.
You doing
16.
Handsability Wisdom?
Yeah. I rolled a 10 or a 6 and a 3. That's super good rolls.
You can't tell just from looking at it what it might be. It's whatever it is. It's completely encased in glass, and it's like basically sitting here like in this little glass capsule in a petri dish.
Okay. So probably something. Yes. Wait, which rarity are these supposed to be?
You don't know.
We don't know. Okay, but it's something.
You know you have 10 hours to brew them.
Okay.
And you haven't been allotted time dial cauldron, so your logic would say common.
Okay. Well, it's not a powder, and it's not that. I say, go ahead, Bessie.
So you can attempt,
I'm
if you would like, to make an investigation check to check the almanac. If you roll high enough based on the description, you can whittle it down, or you can pick the exact thing out.
Oh, is that for me? You said?
Either one of you.
I can try. I don't have.
Using the almanac just takes.
Well, that was terrible too.
I'm just gonna do a perception check first of all, and we'll see.
All right, roll your perception check. 22. Yours has a bitterness to it. Like you don't taste it necessarily, but like it has that bitter scent. And with your abilities of perception, you're able to determine that this is a poison of some kind.
Okay.
I mean, I guess Grim will probably just crack his open if he can't figure out what it is.
All right. So do you just crack the glass?
Yeah, I don't want to if in case it's
so you crack the glass, and the second you do, it immediately ignites on fire. Second it hits the air, it goes massive burst of green flame.
I know what that is then. That makes it really obvious. Now does Grim know how to make it? I mean,
that's a good question.
Know how to make it.
So as there's this big burst of flame, everyone goes, whoa! And then Grim immediately begins looking around and consulting his almanac and deciding how to proceed. Propsy, as you look at yours,
make alchemist
know that
fire,
it's poison.
I'm assuming.
Alchemist fire.
Yeah.
And that you
I'll
begin
need the book for that one.
Standing before the many doors that show your fate in this competition. We'll go ahead and end our session there, and we look forward to next week as we continue with the Selindor Academy Interscholastic Academic Pentathlon.
Hey, we did it.
How much damage do I take for that? Probably take a little bit of damage.
I don't remember how Alchemist Fire works. I don't think it. You don't have to. Don't go and read it because then you'll know what it needs and stuff.
Yeah.
I can tell you on a hit, the target takes 1d4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, you put the oil.
And I was holding it. So yeah, I probably took that. I definitely took that damage.
At the start of his turn. Yeah.
May or may not have eyebrows right now.
I mean, it's 2 damage. He's fine.
Yeah. At the start of each of your turns. So you caught fire, so you have to douse the flames.
Well, he'll do that.
One kid in Harry Potter was always lighting himself on fire.
It's a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah. Dexterity check.
I can't just put it out.
Dexterity check
to stream.
That's what it says.
Oh no.
I broke it. I accidentally closed
But it is DC 10.
Well, I rolled an 18, so he put it out.
So he puts the fire out pretty quickly and says, Alchemist Fire.
When in doubt, just use the damn thing, right?
All right.
Fair enough.
So with that, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. We did a more D&D.
We did it.
We will see you guys next week as we play some more Mysteries of Selindor. Thank you so much for hanging out. We love you. And remember, we did it for the
rolls.
Good night.